We live.
Hello, everybody. Good morning or afternoon, whatever it is, in whatever time zone you're in.
Afternoon.
Morning. So, hello, welcome. Glad you can join us for another episode of Soldiers of the Lich Queen. I believe I'm going to hand it over to Justin with the channel announcements for the week.
How's it hanging, everybody? Ugh. Um, uh, we're still raising money for Black Lives Matter, which is important. We're doing that until July 10th. Our goal is $1,200, and indefinitely after July, we'll be raising money every month for various charities that are trans focused and BIPOC focused. Uh, yeah, that's basically just what the gist is going to be going forward. Uh, yeah, and just to support like communities and whatnot, and yeah, lots of cool charities out there to support, and I want to support all of them if I can, as best as to my ability. Um, so yeah, that'll be going every month going forward, and definitely we'll probably still be raising money through Tiltify because it seems to be working out rather well. But if there's other things I can look into, I will look into them and whatnot. Um, I'm also slowly updating the podcast backlog on Podbean and Spotify and Apple Podcasts. It's been a real weird week for me. So I've been slowly doing the backlog of Beneath the Tide on there and our Wildmount campaign. But speaking of podcasts, Sam.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
oh, look at that. There's a new Demystifying DMing episode out.
Mm-hmm.
I told you, I've been talking about it for literal months. It finally happened. Look at that. I did it. It is nearly an hour long, and I that's after cutting it short.
Mm-hmm.
um, if there's a section to the end, or basically kind of the cutting it short is basically I just kind of list a bunch of spells that I was like, these are spells the DMs would probably like to know about. If there's interest, I may do like a part two of this one where I do a shorter podcast where I gotta go over those specific spells and like why these might be useful for DMs and like why you should probably include them in your game. Some of them, like alarm, are pretty self-explanatory. Like, yeah, you can like watch out, rogue. There might
Mm-hmm.
be a magical
Mm-hmm.
alarm spell around that you
Mm-hmm.
should keep an eye out for.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them are a little less obvious, so I might go over that. And then next up on the docket is talking about Deus Ex Machina and bending the rules. Basically, like when as a DM should do you want to step in and like help things move along a little more smoothly? If you want to do that, it's a style choice, but if you do, how to do it and how to do it right so that your players still feel like they have agency and they're not just kind of being like buoyed along by the winds of chance. Because you do it too much, then players can just kind of feel like, well, we can do whatever and it doesn't really matter because something will come along and just it'll all work out. So it's a balancing act, which I'll talk about. So yeah, anything else, or are we ready to recap?
There was something you wanted to mention as well.
Oh yeah, that's right. The tea I'm drinking this morning is from Lady Rose Specialty Teas, which if you're looking for a black-owned business to support and enjoy loose leaf teas, I don't know if they ship to Canada. It's some good stuff. I really like it.
All right.
Cinnamon and cloves. All right, recap time.
Yes.
So unfortunately, I don't have Lindsay's recap skills, but I will do my best. So basically, the party started with well, the party started the session, but the party started with Drusilla burritoed in a rope as they made their way down the road on their elephant poppy. They started the session coming across a pair of boots sticking out of some bushes, presumably attached to a person, which Hannibal immediately tried to murder, being like, it's a bandit. Luckily, Ilvem uh, responded also immediately with some healing to prevent imminent death, which would have been the case. Like, had that not been immediate, that would have been imminent death, which would have been a very awkward interaction because that apparently was the daughter of the next town's mayor,
Uh
um,
oh.
who She came out of the bushes with a big old burn mark on her side and was like, "Oh, what happened? I'm so hungover." And she, her name being Carvia, informed them that her mother, Hera, the mayor of Rutaiba, did not like her carousing and drinking habits and was going to be upset that she snuck out, got drunk in the woods, and apparently got herself burned at some point that she didn't remember. So she asked the party to help her sneak back into her home in town, to basically like sneak me back in so my mom doesn't know I was out drinking all night. And they're like, okay, we'll help out with that. So they go into town. They get a lot of attention since they're going down the streets on Poppy, the elephant. It's kind of draped the sleeping Carvia under a blanket. They made their way through the streets, had to take some detours and roundabout ways of getting there because they were trying to fit an elephant through narrow town streets. They eventually found their way close enough to the mayor's house where they, Hannibal and Drusilla carried Carvia to the back garden, whereas Ilvim went to the front door. There was a few attempts made to pick locks, but then someone who was later revealed to be the mayor's husband, heard something and was coming to investigate, so they ran and hid in a back alley. Ilvim, on the other hand, back inside, spoke to the mayor and immediately spilled the beans and was like, "We're here with your daughter. She hired us. She's in the back with my two siblings. They're trying to sneak her in. I'm sorry. I'm kind of intimidated by you." Apparently was the vibe there. And she was like, "Okay, thank you for your honesty. Let's go get my daughter." And then they went into the back just in time to see Hannibal unleash a fog cloud. Drusilla turned into a spider and snuck inside. And then Hannibal released a fog cloud and then used the blanket that Carvey was sleeping in like a giant person-sized sling and just yeeted her over the fence into some bushes where her mom found her, and the jig was up and she knew everything. So mother and daughter went and had a nice little chat, leaving everyone in the garden to kind of hang out and talk. Hannibal showed up at the front door as oh man, can I remember that? I don't think I can remember that. Something von Poofington, I think. Poofington. Moofus von Poofington. I don't remember.
Moofus von Poppington.
Moofus von Poppington. That was it. Okay. But Ilfim had given Hannibal's exact disguised description as well as regular description to the butler, who was just like, "Oh, hi, Hannibal. Yeah, your sibling's in the back." And Hannibal's like, "No, I'm Moofus." And he's like, "Whatever, get in here." And then they had some nice talks in the garden. The mayor came out and was like, "Thank you for that. Do you need a place to stay?" And everyone's like, "Nah, we'll just sleep outside the city like a bunch of vagabonds." And she was like, "All right." So they went. They did that. They set up their camp. They also asked, like, "Hey, is there any work you need done?" And she was like, "Well, think of something." And they went. They set up camp. They left their new friend, Xanorn, to just kind of hang out with Poppy, and they advertised in town elephant rides to get money, so for children to just kind of like pet and ride the elephant, after checking with Poppy to make sure it was okay. And then they spoke to the mayor, who told them that there was a small like logging community out in the middle of the woods that was like a couple miles away, that mysteriously a bunch of people died, and she wanted to know why. So they were sent to investigate. They got to the town, found a bunch of corpses directly around a well, and as they were investigating, a water weird attacked. They beat the water weird. It tried to drown Hannibal. Much to its surprise, Hannibal can breathe underwater. Then they discovered that the well had kind of encroached onto the edge of an ancient tomb, in which a person had been buried alive because they were possessed by a demon. And the people back then just didn't know how to handle that, so they're just like, let's just lock you, let's just bury you alive. Future problem. Hannibal and Drusilla were compelled to open it, and a Vrak emerged out of it. However, they also managed to get their hands on a magical ring. A lengthy and dangerous fight ensued as they fought the Vrak as it tried to escape out of the well. They managed to provoke it enough to keep it from leaving entirely and got it to turn around and keep attacking them. It nearly murdered them all several times. I think Drusilla ended up pretty fine. Drusilla, mostly just nearly murdered. Hannibal and Ilvim was about to turn its sights.
did not get hit once.
Okay. It was about to turn its sights on Drusilla because, like, Hannibal was hanging onto the rope with one arm with Ilvem over his shoulder. But they managed to make it back up, and Ilvem got the final blow with 2 Eldritch Blasts, blasting into it after it had been harassed by Drusilla's Moonbeam. And it died and disintegrated into dust, leaving the party, the Disaster siblings, exhausted, tired, beaten up, but having successfully done the mission, and heading back in the direction of Poppy as it starts to get dark.
Oh.
I just want to go to bed.
Same. Bedtime. No. Ugh.
Pain, oh my god.
Otherwise,
Did we learn a lesson about opening up strange crypts and coffins?
to be fair, we were compelled to do so by some unseen force.
Yeah.
You should work on your mental fortitudes.
I have incredible mental fortitude.
Yeah.
And yet, just like gestures wildly to the damage.
I blame Drusilla. Think about it, Ilgam. If we never had to...
I'm sorry, me and Drusilla just made up. I'm legally required to take her side on this
I
one.
will leave both of you in this forest.
I just said
Fend
I'm
for
taking
yourself.
your side.
I will leave Hannibal in this forest.
I have Moloch, though.
himself.
You'd leave Moloch alone in the forest with me?
Fuck, no, I wouldn't.
That's right.
Got me there. Fuck. It's just...
Let's just tell everyone we did a bang-up job. Nothing bad happened.
Yeah.
And, oh yeah, I have the guy's skeleton in my bag of holding. But...
What?
no one nearly died. We can say that so we get hired for more work in the future. Even though we probably won't be staying here much longer. You know, word of mouth and all that, though.
Yeah, yeah.
That is where words come from, yes.
So, let's go see how Poppy's doing. Let's go see, what's his name?
Xenon.
Bob, Xenorn? Yeah, Xenorn, and see how he's holding out. Maybe maybe he made us a bunch of money with the elephant.
Let's see.
Right.
Let's go.
So make your way back over in the direction of town. It takes a couple hours, so it's pretty much like dark by the time you get back to like your campsite. Are you heading straight to camp to sleep for the night, or are you gonna try and get into the city? It's
I
like
think that's probably best. Sleep and then hit them up in the morning.
all right. So you head back to your campsite. You can see it's set up and everything. You got your tents. You got Poppy's laid out on the ground. Looks tired and sleepy. The campfire has started, so you can see it from a distance. Little orange glow. And Xanorn is just kind of sitting there on a log that he dragged over, just poking at the fire. As you all kind of emerge into the firelight. Oh, hey, you're back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good, good. I don't know how to steer an elephant, so this would have been real awkward if you all died.
Yeah, everything
Yep.
went perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Yeah, things went pretty good here. Made some money, and he like reaches over to a. He didn't like have a coin purse, so he's just kind of got like a piece of fabric that he just kind of like laid out and then just like bunched up. He holds that up and it's like jingling with coins.
Right.
Oh, wonderbar. How much did you make?
I haven't counted it yet, but if you want to, you can go ahead.
Okay. I count and I sleep.
Okay. Counting through, you made 80 silver.
Oh.
Decent.
You know what, Xenorn? Just make the math easy. You get the cut of the 20 silver.
Wow, thank you.
That way
that's
everyone
excellent.
gets 20 silver.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's
Great.
nice. Maybe I can buy some really cheap new shoes in town with that.
I can fix your shoes. I think I already mended them before.
Yeah, the soles are just kind of worn out, and it's like, you know, they're not nice. So,
Just
you
go
know.
barefoot.
Yeah, I
Go
can
in
make.
your
I can
shoes.
also make you shoes.
I think going barefoot only works like if you're used to going barefoot. I think if you're used to wearing boots for too long, I think your feet get something happens there, and you can't. It's hard to switch back.
I take off one of my boots
Mm-hmm.
and wiggle my 3 webbed toes. Do my toes look fine?
I guess so. Yeah.
Oh. Huh. Boot back on. Okay, good night.
Good night.
Yeah, wake me up when it's my watch.
Yeah, I'll go whatever order someone wants me to go, and I'm just gonna sleep.
Okay. Night.
I guess I'm taking first watch then.
I'll take the first watch with
Okay.
you.
Okay.
Oh yeah, before I sleep, I pull out Ilvem's pillow from the inn. Here you go, Ilvem. It's your pillow and your blankets.
Thank you.
Oh, I thought you set everything up before you
I
left.
did. Good. There's no skeleton dust on them then.
Perfect.
Yeah,
And-
you come back into camp. It's like the tents are all set up and the
That's
bedding is all in them. You
right.
just need to like crawl in and go to bed.
And I mended those chairs again too. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, just passing out in my tent.
Yeah, the chairs were set up. Xandron was still like sitting on a log because it was kind of like, you know, didn't want to like be sitting on your furniture. Didn't ask, but it was one of those things like, oh, I forgot to ask. I don't want to be weird if they come back. Okay, I'll just sit. I'll
He's
just
so
sit.
polite. He's so polite.
Don't forget, he's a mysterious military man.
We wake up and everything's stolen.
Yeah, you left. You were gone like for 6 hours,
He's
and you
very
left
bold
him
of
with
us.
you left him with all your stuff. Totally fine.
Yeah, he
Middle of the night while you're there, that's when all your stuff is gone.
He knows we could kill him. That's why.
Yeah.
Right.
Tristan's taking first watch. First
Right.
4 hours.
All right, yeah. So you all sleep through the night. You take your watches. It looks like it's pretty uneventful because you're like you can see town right in front of you, basically. So you are kind of within its, protective radius. It's pretty much just like forest and farmland around you. Not a lot. There's not a lot in this area. Seems pretty safe at night. Even sleeping outside the town walls, because the town walls are pretty short. You remember, it's like they're almost decorative. They're like chest height. You could pretty much just hop over them pretty easily. They're pretty much meant to keep animals out.
Well, you never know when a wizard on an elephant's gonna come by and light you up with a firebolt. So,
That is true. That is absolutely true. I hear there's some dangerous roving elephant riding wizards lighting things on fire nearby. I'm gonna
No
wait like
visits from a little fox friend during the night.
not tonight. I'm gonna wait like 10 levels and then give you a have you hear a rumor that like there's roving wizards on elephants lighting people on fire, and see if you remember that that's just a rumor about you.
Oh, that's so.
We gotta go stop this.
Let's go
We gotta
stop
go-
this guy.
Oh, it's just Hannibal.
Oh,
God, can you think of all the rumors that we probably have about ourselves? We're just going around pyre, like, oh, yikes.
Mm-hmm.
poop.
All right, so y'all wake up in the morning. Pretty uneventful night. Get a nice night's rest. Take that long rest.
Oh,
Feeling much better after that.
I think during my long rest, I'm gonna get rid of that talking doll because it served no purpose.
Just trying out all the different things.
That's essentially what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll be spending like the last hour of my long rest in my tent making my new infusion, I guess.
Okay. All right, you get up. You all get up. You do your morning preparations and everything. Do you break down camp or do you leave it up for now?
we should break down camp. We're
Mhm.
planning on heading out as soon as we get paid by what's her face, right?
Yes.
Great. Then yeah, let's break down camp and then go get paid. Let her know what we saw, and then keep on heading down to Kakui.
Yes. Do I make a rope with climbing? Yes, I do.
Is the rope of climbing the one that will like automatically attach to things?
Yeah.
Oh, those are so cool. You can use those to Spider-Man. Just like throw it at stuff and like lash it on and swing.
Yeah, so I'm gonna take out my like rope that I have, which I believe I
Mhm.
have. Yeah, I have to have rope. Yeah.
Yeah, you used it to tie up Drusilla.
Yeah, I'm gonna use
Yeah.
that 50-foot of hempen rope and infuse it to be a rope of climbing.
Nice. Rose is like, I'm very aware that you have a rope.
Yes.
I now
Okay.
have a rope of climbing.
Nice.
Oh yeah, you tell the rope to tie knots and stuff. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I come out of the tent with my new magic rope. So how'd everybody sleep?
Great.
I made magic rope.
Cool.
It's very
Well,
cool.
you're gonna tie me up with that too?
If you hurt Elvem again, yes.
We made up.
We did.
For now, but you also said you'd leave them in the woods. So
I also said I'd leave you in the woods.
I was born in the woods. So let's go. Oh,
I'm sorry.
that was a joke. I wasn't. I don't know where I was born.
Presumably underwater.
I also
In a
made.
test tube.
Come out of an egg.
Also, during my long rest, one of my experimental elixirs is a transformation experimental elixir. The drinker's body is transformed as if by the alter self spell.
Oh, cool.
I determine the transformation caused by the spell, and the effect lasts for 10 minutes.
Cool.
So that's what I
Nice.
have as my current potions.
All right. All right, so you head into town. So you said you break down camp. Do you just like break it down and then like leave everything with, or like leave Poppy and Xanorn out here, or are you gonna like bring them all into the city again? Or
I
bring
mean,
to town?
Xanor, did you want to go buy some shoes?
Oh yeah, if we've got time for that, that'd be nice.
Most likely. I can
Yeah,
also
right.
make you shoes out of whatever I have in my bag of holding.
You don't want that.
I wouldn't
really
want to.
don't
I wouldn't
want
want to
that.
put you to the trouble.
Oh, it's no
you've
trouble
got-
at all. I can make all kinds of shoes. I can make... Damn it, Xenorn, I could have made you magic shoes during the night.
That's okay. I think I'm good with regular non-magic shoes.
Hmm. Hmm.
While you're shoe shopping, can you get me a new shirt?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, you might need to like. I don't know if I have enough to get shoes and a shirt,
Oh,
but
here, I'll give him 5 gold.
all right. Okay. Expensive shirt then.
Something nice. I'm very partial to foresty greens. And you know, like I don't mind like a nice deep cerulean.
Okay. I'll see what I can find.
Great.
Okay. So, see y'all. Where should I meet all of you?
Here's fine.
Okay. All right. I'll just start walking off towards town.
Is 5 gold a lot for a shirt?
I think so.
Oh no.
Never really had to like deal with money before.
Me neither, now that I think about it.
Yeah, me neither.
Like, all this nice clothes I wear, I don't remember how I got them.
We could really use Sid.
Sid would know
Yeah.
what to do.
Oh well, let's go get paid.
Let's go get more money.
Yeah, yes.
Okay. So are you bringing Poppy into the city, or are you
Yeah,
Leave-
we gotta bring Poppy
Okay.
into the city.
So you're gonna take
Yeah.
your winding route through the roads, drawing attention again? People, children especially, are like waving. Is like, look, there's the elephant from yesterday.
Hannibal will wave back.
Poppy, responds happily to the children. Looks like she had a good day playing with the kids. You make your way winding through the city. Eventually, you get to that kind of side street again where it almost dead ends. Basically, there's just like an archway, like connecting two buildings that you can't get through anymore. So you have to like hop off
No.
Poppy and then make your way over to the mayor's house again.
I was just thinking to myself of some tactics.
Okay, we'll keep them to yourself.
So good. Yes. To myself.
Knock, knock, knock.
Hey, the butler guy opens the door. Yes, can I? Oh, yes, it's you as well. I believe the mayor has been awaiting you.
Yeah, hopefully.
You may come with me and have a seat in the garden again, and I will let her know you have arrived.
Great.
He leads you back through the house again into the backyard area where you can see back onto those kind of garden tables on the brick patio, looking out over the gardens. Very nice area. You got some, taller shrubs and bushes that obscure view and make it harder to see the entire area. You pass by like one small fountain on your way in the other day that you can see from here. He actually goes off into the gardens to go looking for the mayor. And a little bit later, she comes back out from deeper into the back and comes over to you. And butler goes off to go get refreshments, and she says, "So, how did it go?"
Really well. Really well. Right, guys?
Yeah, it was the best. I have evidence.
Yeah, so we did bring back a skeleton. I'm not 100% sure why.
I pulled it with a bag of holding.
But here's the rundown. There was a water elemental in the well that was suffocating people. Just give them a quick little drown. The reason there was a water elemental in the well was because the well was connected to a crypt of a guy who got buried alive because he was possessed by a demon. We didn't want your little logging expenditure to have to deal with that demon in the future, so we
killed it.
murdered it.
Yeah, it belongs to this guy who skeleton I have.
That was the guy buried alive.
Right. Well, it seems like you did a great service for us. Then you have more than earned your pay.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna make the skeleton's bottom jaw move. Thank you.
Quite. The butler comes back out with a tray of tea and water and refreshments and things, and sets down on the table, starts pouring out cups and glasses for people. And he goes back inside to get your payment. In the meantime, as the mayor's sipping on some tea, she says, "So, if you don't mind my asking, where are you traveling to?"
Kukui.
Bit of a long walk.
That's why we got the elephant.
Yes, I heard about this. Children. I've heard children mention that they were paid a visit to an elephant yesterday. That makes sense. Oh, so if you are going to Kikui, you will be passing through Bastion then.
Okay.
Will we?
Oh,
I'm sorry, geography's not my thing.
Me neither. I've only ever stayed at my laboratory.
I also don't know if we have a map.
We don't.
We
I
don't.
think so.
We're just walking.
yeah,
We're
you
just told to follow the coast.
yeah, which I will work. You're going from one coastal place to another. You just keep. She says, "All right. Well, you'll be passing a few more towns along the coast here before you get to Kulamyar, the next nation down. That Bastion is really the only city in."
Kahlua. So why are you so curious about us going through Bastion?
Don't. It's just it's the next major city. It's a bit of a tumultuous area.
Oh, tumultuous. How?
Well, the nation, or lack thereof, fell apart several hundred years ago, and the lands have been retaken by tribes of Goliaths and Furbolgs.
Oh. We love a furbolg.
Well, there's a bit of contention. Bastion is the only city that former scions of the fallen nation returned to Bastion and the city and built it back up again. And they've been trying to expand into the rest of their former lands, but they've been unsuccessful for many years, as the Furbolgs and Goliaths have a firm ownership of that land now.
So that sounds
So it's
very exciting.
There's a bit of hostility between the city of Bastion and the wilds around it.
Okay, will we be safe going through it?
I think so. Commerce still proceeds, and the tribes, from what I understand, are not malicious, but they are very adept at resisting any sort of attempts at expansion of civilization. So as long as you're not trying to set up a town, I think you'll be safe.
I'm not aware we're trying to set up a town. Are we trying to set up a town?
We are not.
Well, there you go.
Other than that, just be aware. And then Kukui should be your next town south of Bastion, though. It should be next. It should be next after you stop in Bastion. But just be aware that there is not very well. Bastion is somewhat to the north, and there's a good stretch of land south of Bastion to Kukui. So if you are intending on going on the land route, then you should probably get a good number of supplies in Bastion, because you won't have many towns or cities to stop it in between there and Kukui.
Good to know.
Yes, good to know. Thank you.
Do you have a map of the area, the continent?
I do,
or
yes.
Just the area that you would be willing to part with?
I can't part with it. It's on the wall in my office inside, but if you want to come take a look, I can show it to you.
Totally.
Either
yes.
of you any good at maps? Because
Let me see. I could have spent some time to create cartography supplies and make a map, but I don't know if I have the time to do so now.
How much time does that take?
Let me check. 1 hour of uninterrupted work. I can make a set of artisan's tools with my tinker's tools. Takes 1 hour.
Okay. You could ask if you can hang out for that amount of time.
Let me see if I gain proficiency with them.
I
Actually,
think you said you do, yeah.
it doesn't say I do though.
Oh, really? Okay.
I thought I did. Maybe not. It'd be a very hastily drawn, scribbly map. So
maybe one of you could just like look at it and try to like think it into your memory.
sure.
Sure. Try that.
Do I have? Oh! No, I don't. Damn it!
Wait a minute.
I was looking for like
Wait a
duplication magic or something.
Damn minute.
Oh,
never mind.
Never mind.
I thought I had minor illusion.
Oh, do I? No.
Really regretting that vicious mockery cantrip now.
Yeah. Okay, I have an idea. I'll just steal the map. What?
Terrible idea. Okay, we'll just take our payment and then we'll get out of your hair.
All right.
Let's look at the map.
Oh, we will look at the map though.
Yes.
All right. Yeah, as your dishes. Let's right this way. I'll have my manservant bring their payments up as well. And let me. So you come up you walk upstairs to her office, which is a fairly nice but like not terribly extravagant room. But on the back wall, right behind her desk, is a good-sized map. It is probably like about like 5 or 6 feet wide and like 8 or 9 feet tall, up against the
True.
up against the back wall. And I will put that in both the Discord, and I'll put that in the Twitch chat so that our audience can take a look at it too.
Oh, do you think this town has magical inks?
Most like, oh yeah, Bastion, most likely, yes. It's quite a trade hub. So the map that you have here is is more northern focused. Kukui is south of the bottom of the map. It is not pictured, but it is basically just right south of the bottom of the map along the coast. And you started in Pyre, which is right there on the right.
Oh, yes. Wonderful.
Wait, are we in Kulamayar right now?
No, that's Kulamyar is where that little dot on the coast there next to where it says Kulamyar is Bastion.
Okay.
You're still working your way along the coast south of Pyre. You haven't crossed the border yet.
Okay, cool.
I will.
Good to know.
Man, no. I have such a dumb idea, but I'm gonna go with it. How good can I memorize this map, do you think?
Make me an intelligence saving throw.
Because I have a really funny idea for disguise self.
His disguise self as a map?
Yeah, on my back is a tattoo.
Alright. Give me an intelligence saving throw to see if you can memorize it.
That's like 16 plus 5.
Okay, so yeah, Hannibal, you just come up there and you just analyze it as best as you can. All the names, all the locations, every shape and curve of the coastline, and yeah, you think you've got a really pretty good solid memory of it.
I've got it memorized, you guys. And the best part is, if we need to look at it, I can just disguise self again and just make it appear like a back tattoo on my back, and we can look at it.
Cool.
Obviously, it's a waste of it's using a spell slot, but I mean, I memorized the map, so we should be good anyways.
Okay.
As you're standing around memorizing the map, the butler comes up with 3 pouches and sets them on her desk, and then the mayor presents those to you and says, "Your payments, here you are. I believe it was 100 gold each was what we negotiated."
Yes, I believe that was the negotiation. Yes, yep, that was right. Excellent. Just making money. So yes. So where would I be looking in Bastion to buy my magical ink and paper supplies?
I don't know. I've never been myself, so I don't know exactly. But it's not a terribly large. If you're coming from, are you coming from Pyre?
Yes, we are.
It's much smaller than Pyre, probably the size of one of Pyre's districts.
Oh, thank goodness.
It was once a fort that's been expanded, so it's fairly contained. But I would assume it is a fairly good-sized trade hub. It's the only city south of Pyre before you get to Kukui, after all. So it's quite a few ships stop there and make port. So I would assume that anything you need to get, inks, for example, you can find there.
Okay. Excellent.
Thank you very much for your aid to my city. This has been weighing on me for some time, and I'm glad that we can once again resume building and know exactly what it is that's killed my people.
It was an honor working with you, and we're gonna get on out of here.
All right. Good luck on your journey.
Yes.
Good luck with your rambunctious child.
Yes, keeps them safe from fire.
Thank you. I do my best. She is quite the free spirit.
Fire is destructive. It spreads.
And it does. Let's go.
Sorry,
Right.
I watched a really good sort of magic video image last night about fire. Very good.
All right. Well, best of luck to you. And if you ever come by through again, I believe we mentioned I owe you a favor.
Yes.
Yes,
Hope to see
Don't
you
worry,
again.
I hadn't forgotten.
I did.
Well, okay. Goodbye.
Hope to see you again, and good luck on your travels again.
Thank you.
Farewell. All right, the manservant will show you back out, and you can be back on the streets of Rutaiba.
All right, so I guess we continue on.
We grab Poppy, head back to where we're supposed to meet Xanorn.
Okay, yeah, you head back over there again. He's actually already waiting. He's got a fresh new pair of boots. They don't look like anything fancy, and they might even be used, but they're much nicer than the ones he had before, and the soles are a little bit thicker. And he does, in fact, have a fairly nice, holding in his hands, a fairly nice looking forest green shirt for you.
Perfect. I am going to doff my armor, change out my shirt, and then don my armor.
All right,
And then I'll be ready to go again.
And thank you, Dungeons and Dragons. If we ever needed to know exactly how much time that takes down to the minute, we would know. Honestly, I'm pretty sure the Don Doff armor rules should pretty much just be, can I feasibly do it in an encounter? Yes or no? And other than that, that's pretty much the only thing people use it for. Plate mail, 10 minutes, you're going without armor.
Yeah. And if you sleep with plate mail on, you don't lose levels of exhaustion.
Get
It's
back a quarter of your hit dice.
Yep.
Damn.
It's gross.
Yep.
Casters.
Yeah. I was like barely anyone in this party wears armor.
One person wears armor.
Yes, one person wears armor.
And not even like intense armor.
Yeah, that's why I said barely, because it's like it's not like a lot of armor.
I wear emotional armor.
That doesn't seem true.
It's not. All right, so where are we going again? We're going to Bastion.
So that we can stock up, so we can go to Kukui.
And so I can write this sending scroll in my spell book
Yes.
when I gain the capability to do so.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't think you have the spell slots for that yet.
But just in case I come across a spell book in our travels, it might be useful.
That's true. All right. So you get on Poppy and you keep traveling south. Given the look at the map, it's gonna be like you've got basically half the length of a country to be walking through. So it's like it's gonna be some time. You're gonna pass through some other towns, pass by some other villages. You're gonna have to probably make a few more stops. It's not gonna be exactly a quick bit of travel. So you're gonna be walking for some time. Eventually you get to eventually just walking south, you pass by more farming communities, villages, things like that, a couple of fishing villages on the coast. The view continues to be wonderful. A couple times you have to veer away from the coast because the road goes away from it, and the area closer to the coast is a little more rough and hard to travel across. You kind of have to swerve away from it, but it seems like this road pretty much just follows straight down the coast, making it fairly simple to follow. Eventually the sun starts to set again after another day of travel, and you probably get to the point where you need to set up camp as you're making progress.
All right.
Do you see any good campsites, Drew?
Well, look. With
All right,
my elf eyes, what do I see?
What do
Maybe
your elf eyes see?
Make me a survival check.
They're just eyes.
My elf eyes see 26 worth of.
Wow. Okay. All right. Wowee. So you find an excellent, magnificent camping spot. You managed to find a spot that is pretty much like a sheltered grotto of it's almost like a small canyon that spreads out wide enough at the bottom for you to camp in, but it almost it's narrower at the top than it is at the bottom, so it's almost like a cave but with a crack running through it over top. with like trees and shrubs and stuff growing over it. So like a little bit of light and air gets through, but it's not. But it's like pretty much covered. It was like hard for you to find, and like the two ends of it are pretty sheltered as well. There's a stream. There's a spring on like one side of it, so you have access to fresh water, and it also looks like several like fresh edible berry bushes are also present in this little area. This is like a little sheltered, freshwater berries and completely sheltered from the elements.
Yeah, over there.
Oh. Good eye, Drew.
Alright.
That just looks lovely.
Yep. And it also happens to be wide enough to fit Poppy into.
Oh, great.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you head in, you make camp. Again, it ends up being pretty wide in here. It like the wall, the like canyon, or the not even really. It's not like a full canyon. It's like a mini canyon. I forget what that's called. But like the mini canyon walls like are wider at the bottom, and then they kind of like slope up into almost like a roof before ending a couple feet apart up above. So like a little bit of moonlight is coming through as you start setting up camp, but for the most part, it's a very wide, expansive area in here. You can set up camp. You can do whatever you want.
And to set up some camp.
Yeah.
Gonna hang out. Gonna vibe. Gonna play a little flute.
Pulling out all the bedding, mending the chairs. And while I'm mending the chairs, hey Ilven, do you want to spar?
I don't know. Sid got really mad last time I sparred.
Yeah, but I don't care if you use magic.
I think Sid got mad because you used your wings, and then Sid couldn't hit you because you were too high up.
I don't have that problem.
They should have thought that through before they decided to spar with somebody who has wings.
Or we can arm wrestle.
I don't want to arm wrestle you.
Oh. Hey Xanorn.
Yeah.
Do you want to arm wrestle?
Oh no, I'd really rather not.
Okay.
I'm very bad at it.
You want to spar?
He kind of like looks down at his like just clothes and one bag, and he's like, I don't really have much to spar with.
You can just hit me with your bag.
That doesn't quite seem fair.
Fine.
Why do you want to spar so bad, Hannibal?
Get some stress out.
I'll like crack my knuckles and be like, alright, I'm into it.
Alright, magic or no magic?
Oh. Can you... Yeah, I guess you could do no magic.
I could. Did you see me snap? I don't know if you saw me snap one of those raiders' necks in Pyre.
I don't know if I remember seeing that.
It was pretty awesome.
Yeah, let's do magic.
Alright. Oh man, imagine if I still had that wand that did fireballs and lightning bolts.
Oh, I'd be screwed.
Yeah, I don't want to kill anyone. Alright. I'm just gonna not mend the chairs, leave them with like 3 legs each.
Okay.
Alright. Mage armor.
Well, if you're putting on an armor, I'm putting on
Of course,
armor.
of course. Mine isn't going to help me much, but I mean, yeah.
I am going to cast Armor of Agathis at 2nd level.
Okay. So that's fine. Okay, so what's the rules for this? No, obviously no killing each other.
Yeah, no killing blows.
Right. Oh, I take Moloch out of my coat. Drusilla, can you hold Moloch?
Yes, I'm going to take him.
You know, I
away.
I don't want the same thing to happen to him. Alright. So. Oh, yeah. Also, Abacus, go on Drusilla's shoulders. Okay.
Also, I saw a picture of a flying fox They're the size of like a small person.
They can be.
They're scary.
Yeah, like there's
You see
a
those people-sized bats in like Thailand?
that's a flying
that's
fox.
a flying fox.
That's Abacus. That's what Abacus looks like.
It's taller than Drew.
But
Yep.
but he fits on my shoulder. I didn't want him to be super big.
Okay, so you made him like a small flying fox.
Yeah, there's different like
Okay.
size flying foxes.
Yeah, because there's one. I think it was the picture of Thailand was like someone comes out of their
It's a
house and like
human-sized bat.
yeah, it's like a human-sized bat just hanging upside down like from their like porch.
Flying
sleeping.
Not fun.
Like,
I
"Ugh."
imagine Strahd is just.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, flying foxes eat fruits mostly anyway. So.
yeah. The bigger bats tend to be
Mhm.
fruit bats,
Yeah.
whereas like vampire bats are I think like this big.
Mhm. All right, Elvem,
Yes.
are you ready?
Yes.
Actually, before this fight begins, I am. Never mind. I'll do it during the fight.
Okay.
Do you want us to
Roll initiative, I guess.
Yeah. Shit. 12.
14.
Okay, Ilvum, you're up first.
Great. Bonus action Hex.
All right.
For dexterity checks.
Okay.
Oh, that
And-
feels gross.
Yeah, it doesn't feel good, huh? And then just a double little Eldritch Blast.
Woo!
Okay. 6 is okay. So one of them is a 9,
Doesn't hit. I'm gonna.
but one of them's an 18
Oh,
plus 6.
that definitely hits. I dodge it. I dodge it. Go. Oh, you've missed, Elvem.
Yeah.
Right in the face.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Ooh, plus necrotic. 12 force to necrotic.
Oh man. Ow.
And then full movement to get in melee with Hannibal.
Okay.
Hi, Elvem.
Do you have a
Alright.
weapon out?
Yeah, I will draw my rapier as I'm coming
Okay.
closer.
All right. My turn.
All right, Hannibal. Yep.
Bonus action: cast Sanctuary on myself.
Ooh, okay.
Hell. Oh wait. Oh, I'm not doing that because I want to cast spells.
Mm-hmm.
So as soon as Ilum gets close, I'm gonna cast Ray of Sickness at 2nd level.
Okay.
Alrighty. Oh,
Is that an attack? Is that a ranged spell attack?
yeah, it is.
Disadvantage because Ilvum is adjacent.
Alright, that makes sense. That's probably not gonna hit. 14?
It does not hit.
Oh, fuck. Alright.
Yep. It's like you're going to like line up this ray, but Ilvum just charges up and then just like bats your hand aside. You just shoot it off into the trees, and you can see like one of the trees gets hit and like its bark just kind of like withers and like turns a sickly color and starts to flake off.
Yeah.
Hey now, watch where you're shooting.
It's fine! Bonus action.
Drew's off to the side just knitting and watching.
Yeah, legit.
Okay, it's your turn, Ilvem.
Okay. I'm gonna. I don't.
All my spells are ranged.
I think that's why Ilvum got in melee.
Yeah,
range
makes,
with you.
Makes sense.
I'm gonna use my action to pop my wings
Okay.
Makes
and
sense.
just like smile at Hannibal and be like, "All right, you're up."
Okay. I wish I figured out what that 5th level spell scroll was. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right.
But is it all right?
No.
All right.
All right.
All right. All right. All right. All right. I'm gonna cast Toll the Dead.
Okay.
Wisdom saving
Wisdom
throw.
saving throw.
Ding, 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 ding. You're probably gonna make it because my DC sucks balls.
Oh, I don't think I make it. Yeah, it's only an 8.
Yeah, it doesn't make it. But you haven't taken damage yet, so it's only 2d8. It's only 2d8.
Yep.
Only 2d8, right?
And it's necrotic damage, right?
Yeah. Where's my d8s? There we go. 8 necrotic damage.
4 necrotic damage.
Fuck. Yep.
Resistant to necrotic.
Bonus action sanctuary.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, Ilvum, you're up.
It's your turn, now,
Okay.
then. Hannibal's losing. Wizard.
I would like to go for a rapier jab. What does Sanctuary do?
You have to make a wisdom saving throw to see if you get through the sanctuary. Otherwise, you have to make another choose another target or lose the attack or spell.
Okay.
And it's a wisdom
19.
saving throw, yeah. Oh, yeah, that succeeds.
Okay.
All right, yeah. So it's basically Sanctuary is just like a spell that makes it so that, like, you look at someone and it's just like projects an aura of just like innocence and kindness, and just, you look at them, you're just like, oh, I don't want to attack them. But you look at Hannibal, and you're like, nah, and you just stab.
Ow.
Okay.
Well, you gotta roll first, Steve. See if you hit.
A natural 20.
Ain't a natural 20 or unnatural 20?
Unnatural 20.
That hits,
I
though,
heard
yeah.
unnatural 20.
Doing like puppy dog eyes and then right through the sanctuary, just stab.
Yeah. 5, 6, 7, plus 5 radiant damage.
If you want an
Is-
excellent example of what Sanctuary looks like, Puss in Boots from the end of Shrek 2, and all the guards come up, and he's just like big ol' eyes, and they're like, aw, that's Sanctuary.
So
It goes into murdering them. We love
Yeah.
that.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 damage.
Oh, don't do it to me. I'm innocent.
You know, we had to do it to him.
All right, anything else for Ilvum?
I don't think I have any bonus action thing I want to do.
All right, Hannibal.
Alright, Sanctuary is going to get ended when I do this, but I'm going to cast Id Insinuation. And I'm going to unleash a torrent of conflicting desires in the mind of Ilvem.
Okay.
And those conflicting desires are going to be Mirth shunning him.
Ooh.
And I need a wisdom saving throw again.
Okie dokie. Oop. It's gone. 12?
12 fails!
Nice.
You are incapacitated
Brutal.
for as long as I remain concentration, I believe. Yeah, 1 minute. You also take 5 points of psychic damage, and you can make another wisdom saving throw. Oh, sorry. At the end of each of your turns, you take psychic damage, and you have to make another wisdom saving throw. So you don't take the 5 psychic damage right now.
Okay.
But you are considered incapacitated.
Okay.
Which means your wings go away, I believe.
I don't believe so.
Balls!
Yeah, no, they I don't think they even go away, like, when they go unconscious.
Alright. Well, you're incapacitated.
Okay.
And while you're incapacitated, I'm gonna get back 30 feet.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
That's Hannibal's turn.
Ilvem, your turn. You're incapacitated.
So you just need to make a
Okay.
Oh, you take 5 points of psychic damage. You need to make a wisdom saving throw
Okay.
at the end of your turn.
I'm not trusting that place anymore.
Come on.
Oh, it's not good. It's a 5.
Yes!
Still incapacitated.
Yes!
I really love Mirth, guys.
Does that make it Hannibal's turn then?
Yep.
Cool. Second level Ray of Sickness.
Okay.
And I got back 30 feet, so... 9 to hit.
Does not hit.
Did you
Oh,
roll
wait.
with advantage?
Incapacitated, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, 16 plus 6, 22.
Oh, that'll hit.
So just... Woo. Alright, that's 3d8. 16 points of poison damage.
Brutal.
Just...
And Constitution saving throw, I believe.
For Ilvem, yeah.
Yep.
For Hex.
No, for the second part of Ray of Sickness.
Oh, that's right. Sorry. Yeah. And
I'm
then
rolling really shit on my saves.
DC's 13.
It's an 8.
You're also poisoned until the end of your next turn.
Okay. Look, and then concentration check on Hex. Or no, you're incapacitated, so Hex just went away.
Right? Oh, okay, cool.
That one, yeah. Once if you get incapacitated, concentration ends.
Drusilla, I'm doing it.
Actually, let me double check that.
I feel like shit though.
But either way, it's your turn. You gotta you take psychic damage and are gonna roll a wisdom saving throw.
5 points of psychic damage again.
Okay.
Wisdom save. Mirth just being like, Ilvem, you disappoint me.
That's so fucking mean.
Yeah, being incapacitated does end concentration.
Okay.
You can't just do that when this group is known for its daddy issues. Come on.
I rolled a natural 19.
Okay, so end your turn, you managed to break out of it. And
Yeah.
You're like, that would never happen. That's not real.
Hi,
Mirth
Ilvem.
loves me.
Ilvem,
Oof.
just so you know, this doesn't mean anything. We're sparring.
That's the end of my turn?
Yep. Hannibal again.
Sorry, Ilvem. Firebolt.
Roll the attack. Without advantage.
18 to hit.
18 will hit.
So that's 2d10. 11 points of fire damage.
Oof. Okay, I'm looking real rough.
Bonus action. So if I cast a cantrip, I can do a bonus action spell, right?
Yep.
Yeah, putting Sanctuary back on.
Okay.
And Puppy Dog Eyes.
Okay.
Ilvem,
That'll make it
no.
Ilvem's turn again.
Let me just check something here. Okay, great. I am going to bonus action expend all 3 of my Warlock healing.
Balls.
Okay.
5, 10, 12. Nice.
Fuck.
And then I'll make my Wisdom save to try to attack with my Eldritch Blasts.
Alright.
Okay.
Puppy Dog Eyes.
Oh, fuck, I don't think it works.
What'd you get?
9. I rolled a natural 9, and I think I have like a +2.
Nope.
So yeah, it's just an 11. That's
you
okay.
cannot bring yourself to release that Eldritch Blast.
Like, oh, you are looking a little rough.
Yeah, I feel like shit.
But I will close the distance again.
Okay. All right, back to Hannibal.
I have Sanctuary up. I'm gonna run backwards 30 feet. So, attack of
Okay,
So I have
so-
to make a Wisdom save to.
Yeah.
To attack of opportunity, yeah.
Okay.
Please, 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 please.
Natural 1.
Yes.
Oh,
30 feet back. Okay, I have no more first level spells. So I'm gonna cast Ray of Sickness again at 2nd level.
okay.
Yeah, 17 plus 6.
That will hit.
And my Sanctuary goes away. 17 poison damage.
Oh,
And Constitution saving throw to see if you be poisoned. Oh, you're still poisoned.
oh, that's right.
It's at the end of your next turn, so actually no longer poisoned. But yeah.
Yes.
I don't have to make a con save. I'm out.
Oh, okay.
Oh! I'm gonna run
You just double over in nausea and sickness, and just.
And then I'm just gonna run over to Ilvem and like. Oh, unconscious, right?
Yeah.
Stabilize.
Okay.
17 plus 2.
For a medicine check.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially because you were specifically pulling punches to
Yeah.
try and not kill each other. You just like, it's pretty simple. You're just like, yep, you're fine.
Smacking Ilvem awake. Ilvem,
Ugh. Ugh. Ugh.
don't puke on my nice clothes, Ilvem. They're very
Oh
nice.
god. Oh, that's a gross spell.
If you're going to puke, do it in one of my vials.
I'm not. No, I'm good. I'm
Okay.
good. Oh, good hits. Good hits.
That
Ugh.
was scary, Ilvem. I have 6 hit points left.
Ugh.
Oh,
You're
one
lucky
more.
I didn't hit you then.
Oh yeah. Oh, that was fun, Ilvem. That was a lot of fun.
That was good. That was good. I think we should do this more often.
Yeah. I can reach you if you fly away. And then once I'll also start flying. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Drusilla, how did it look?
Right.
Okay.
I feel like crap.
Go to bed
Yeah,
then.
I
Sleep it
wanna.
off. You'll be fine in the morning.
I should have had dinner before we did this.
That makes.
Ugh.
But then you, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, wake me up when it's my watch.
All right.
Great job, Hannibal. Ugh.
Great job, Ilvem. You stabbed me.
I did stab you.
Ugh. I feel like crap. And I'm just gonna go pass out.
Like shit.
All right.
I'm gonna crawl into my tent and go to sleep.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's Drusilla on first watch then?
Yeah.
Okay. So you all go through the night, you're taking your watches. Drusilla, on your watch, can I get a perception check, please?
It would really suck if we get attacked while we just sparred.
Perception check
Oh, fuck.
is
Oh, man.
21.
Okay. You are very confident that there is that, like, you're very confident in the security of this place. Like, you hear some rustling footsteps up above because there's like bushes and growth and things like that. You see like a paw slip in, looks like a wolf or something is like making its way over and like slips a little bit, but then just kind of hops over it and keeps going. But other than that, like, does not even realize there's anything down here. I suppose if you started a campfire, like, there's smoke coming up, so there's just like up top, there's just like some bushes that are just kind of like smoking for no reason, but other than that, pretty uneventful. And then who's next?
I can wake up.
Yeah.
All right.
Ugh.
Ilvem,
Tap Ilvem will wait, like, lick the forehead, like, come on.
Ugh.
Yeah,
Oh gosh. Ugh.
you feel much better. After waking up and sleeping for a bit, you feel much less nauseous.
I'm gonna have some dinner now, I think.
Okay.
Cold leftover
Awesome.
rations.
Yeah.
There's some peppermint leaves if you're still nauseous.
Oh, thank you. I'm gonna eat those. And I got a 11 for my perception check.
Okay. You're mostly just kind of like listening to like the slight burbling noise of the spring on the other side of the the little outcropping area you're in. You can make your way. You can like pick some berries if you want. You kind of notice those, and you're like, oh yeah, that's right. There's some like fresh strawberries over here. Those look tasty. Go along with your dinner, so it's less like cold and gross. Other than that, your watch passes uneventfully.
What's like Xanorn doing?
Xanorn is also sleeping.
Okay. Maybe keeping like an extra special eye on him, and then I'm just gonna go just shake Hannibal awake.
Oh.
Xanorn was on watch with Drusilla too.
Hello, Ilvem.
Hi, it's your turn.
Oh, wunderbar. How you feeling?
Much better. I ate.
I still have a hole in my stomach.
You'll be fine. I can see it healing now already. It's like a scab.
Oh, I love scabs. I could pick it off and put it. Anyways, yes.
Okay, good night.
Good night, Ilvem.
Okay. And Hannibal, perception check for your watch.
Before I take my watch, I'm gonna mend a fourth leg on one of the chairs and sit down.
Okay.
And then I'll do a perception check.
Okay.
Oh. 12.
Okay. All right. You're sitting, observing. You can hear like some birds chirping up above, flying around. Mostly like nighttime birds. You can hear some bats. You're pretty sure just like smaller ones. They sound like abacus, but like a lot smaller, like squeaking around up above, flying. You can kind of see them a little bit through the bushes up above you, with like the moonlight illuminating them. Looks like they maybe have some like mosquitoes or something. They're just like flying back and forth, trying to catch and hunt. And you're looking at that, and like you kind of look down. You're like the moon is very bright tonight, so looking up at that is like almost blinding. When you look back down at your camp and the little bit of like firelight, embers and firelight still going in your little cavern area, you blink down at that. But then you notice a slight bit of light coming from the like entrance into this little canyon area.
Okay.
Getting a little bit brighter, and as you look at it, you notice that the light. It takes you a minute, like it's getting a little brighter and brighter and brighter. Seems to be a blue light, and it's accompanied by the sounds of heavy footsteps.
I'm going to smother whatever I can of the fire.
Okay.
And set Abacus over and look through his eyes.
Okay. You don't have to go far. You don't have to send Abacus very far. Like, pretty much starts flying down the, like, little cavern entrance. Because probably, like, 15 feet from where it opens up, like, into your campsite, looking through Abacus's eyes, you see a, like, 10-foot-tall suit of armor filled with blue fire, holding a greatsword. Just
Abacus is gone. Yes, as soon as I see it, and then I'm quietly rushing over to the other tents and waking everyone up as quietly as possible, gently shaking them.
Okay.
Is it morning already?
No, but we have one of those walking suits of armor just outside the camp.
Fuck's sake.
And
you did not. Real quick, no one made it through a full long rest, so
No.
you can all take a short rest, though.
Yeah.
Spend hit dice as needed.
Yeah, I'm looking at Arcane Recovery real quick. I can get one first level spell back.
I got one Warlock spell back.
One first level
Absolutely
spell.
fine.
And yeah, I have 6 hit points, so I'm definitely using all my hit dice most likely.
Okay.
And I'll be using all 3 of my Artificer hit dice. That's a D8 plus 2. So that's 7, 16.
So you only stabilized me, so I came up, like, I woke up with 1 HP, right?
Yep. Yep. But I'm back up at full. Ooh, scary. Shit. How much health does Ilvum have?
I'm at 22 out of 36. Using all of my hit die.
Yeah, fuck. I have 1 first level spell slot, but whatever. I'm gonna cast Healing Word on Ilvem and just automatically get rid of that first level spell slot. Ilvem, you get 5 more hit points.
Okay, thank you.
So just. So yeah.
Can I throw up another 2nd level Armor of Agathos?
Yeah, you have like it's making its way. It wasn't very far, so like you can pretty much. The short rest has like been happening, so that's not anything. But like you can all pretty much get like 1 action out before it's gonna come into the room.
I still have my like racial spells like Wall of Water, Gust of Wind, Fog Cloud, and then all my cantrips, so I should be okay.
Okay.
Oh, Mage Armor's not on anymore either. Wait, would Mage Armor still be on? No.
Well, that's
Mage
for 8
Armor's
hours.
8 hours.
I sat through 2 people's watches though, Drew's and Ilvem's.
Right. How long is a watch?
Isn't it
2
usually-
hours.
Oh, 2. So I would still have Mage Armor on.
Yeah.
Hell yes.
Yeah, because basically, if Mage Armor was off, you would have been able to get a long rest.
All right. So yes, still have Mage Armor. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So how do we want to do this? Also, Xanorn.
Oh, what?
So we have these armored individuals kind of following Drew here, and one's just outside our campsite. Also, Drusilla, we might have to tell Poppy to fight.
All right, it enters into the campsite.
All right, can you? Fuck!
Eldritch Blast!
Okay,
Firebolt!
So it steps into the campsite. You can see this one is much larger
Actually, not
than
fire.
the 2 that you fought in that. No, because you did fight 2 at the. You did fight 2 at the embassy. Yeah.
I thought it was only 1.
No, it was
There
2
was
because it was
2.
one on. It was 1 on you and 1 on Sid. Sid just got a critical hit, which just killed one immediately,
Mm-hmm.
and then came over and helped you with yours.
Okay, so I don't. wanna
This
use
is just
fire.
one of them, but it is. Those ones were like person-sized. This one is like 10 feet tall and massive, and has like its like chest plate kind of comes up almost in like a almost like a Cobra Hood style neck, like metal neck guard. Has a much more ornate helmet floating in the blue flame. The other ones were holding.
Cast.
The other ones were holding basically long swords. This one is holding a great sword of blue, like a hooked great sword of blue fire.
Great.
And
Fuck.
yeah, you can release those that firebolt and that eldritch blast. So go ahead.
Why did I pick firebolt?
All over the room.
Yeah, that firebolt's probably not gonna hit. That's 13.
Okay.
I got a 17 and an 18.
Okay. So the firebolt misses. The firebolt just like blasts off its chest plate. Does not hit at all. But the two eldritch blasts do.
Why'd we spar? Oh,
12 points of force
balls.
damage between the two of them.
12, you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
I really wish I had my fucking wings.
So yeah, those two blast into it and leave like slight dents in the armor and look like it hurt it a little bit. As it comes in, it takes its flaming greatsword and points it right at Drusilla. Let's get some initiative.
Oh, what? Ilva. Why did we spar? The worst
I just wanted to
timing.
make Hannibal happy.
Oh, the worst timing.
I'm gonna be honest. I was sitting here like this was gonna happen. Like I was. This was not like, oh, they sparred and they'll be weak. Let me do this. I was like, no, this is gonna happen. They're like, oh, they're sparring. Great.
Both times there's been spars in this campaign between party members. It's been at the worst times possible.
And both times those
Okay.
things were gonna happen anyway. So yeah.
Ilvum and Drew's spar, if we can count it as that.
Oh, that's right. That's right. And something bad also
Ilvum sparred
happened.
with everybody.
Yeah.
All right, 16.
Okay.
I got an 18.
Okay.
I got a 5.
Oh, I only
Wow. Okay.
I only have cantrips. And my ritual spells, which include Wall of Water and Gust of Wind. Ooh, interesting.
All right. Ilvum, you are up first.
I'm gonna bonus action hex it for strength checks.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna release 2 more Eldritch Blasts at it.
Okay.
If you don't mind. Okay. One of them definitely doesn't hit. It's a 9, but the other one is a natural 20.
Okay. That
Yes.
one does hit right in the face.
Yes. Come on. 6, 12, 15 points of radiant damage.
Oof. Okay.
I'm really glad I took Agonizing Blast.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you blast it right in the face. And Drusilla, you remember that the first ones you fought, Sid hit with a critical hit. There appeared to be some kind of like central magical core in the middle that Sid managed to like reach up and stab with his spear, which just immediately broke it. It like didn't look like it even was it wasn't like that it did enough damage. It was like a critical hit insta killed it. This one appears to have a bit more sturdy construction. So a critical hit hits it, it takes the damage, but it does not immediately die.
They're learning. Okay.
Anything else? Okay, that brings us to Hannibal.
Ding-a-ling-a-ling, Toll the Dead.
Okay.
Wisdom saving throw.
All right.
Please let it be 2d12s and not 2d8s. Or, yeah, 2d12s.
Yeah, because it already took damage, yeah. And it got a 2 on that wisdom.
Yeah,
saving.
2d12! 11 plus 11, 22.
Oh,
Nice.
all right.
Just ding-a-ling-a-ling.
Yeah, you can feel like it. The like armor it's made of like rusts, and the flame like flickers and dies down a little bit from that as like the sound erupts all around it.
And I'm going to step in front of Drusilla.
Okay. Then that will make it its turn.
Mm-hmm.
So it is going to step forward, closing the distance, getting up to Hannibal,
Bring it.
and it's going to raise the great sword and 2 great sword attacks.
I'm the tank. I have mage armor on.
All right, first one, 21 to hit.
Just hits. Just hits with my mage armor.
All right,
No.
so that is going to be
I have 13 AC with mage armor.
16 slashing damage
Oh, gross.
and
I'm at half with 1 hit.
and 5 cold damage.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh, I'm resistant to cold.
Well, there you go. So 2 cold damage.
Hi.
Is it-
Your cold doesn't do anything to me, you tin can.
Hit
And
you
then
again, and you're gonna go.
Second great sword attack.
Yeah.
17.
Hits.
Okay. For 5.
He was gonna come for Drusilla.
15 slashing damage.
Unconscious.
Okay, and then an amount of cold damage that doesn't matter.
Oh.
Takes down Hannibal.
He was gonna come for Drew, you guys.
And then it's just left. It takes down Hannibal. Hannibal just crumples to the ground, and then it's just standing 5 feet away from Drusilla, just staring down. And that'll make it Drusilla's turn.
Okay. Well, first of all, we're gonna third level cure wounds on Hannibal.
Okay.
You have third level spell slots.
I have 2 of them.
Yeah, someone in this party didn't multi-class.
That shit hurts.
It hurts real bad.
That shit hurted.
The artificer just is so weak. Aside from making magic items.
Hannibal, you get 17
Ooh,
hit points
nice.
back.
Ah! Screaming when I come to.
It's still standing over you. You like get knocked out and like immediately wake back up.
It's bad.
Frostbitten wounds like closing up immediately.
And then is just gonna post up and be like, "You're here for me. You attack me. None of these people."
Okay. That'll bring us back to the top with Ilvim.
Great. I'm gonna inspire Drew. Just be like, "Come on, Drew! Don't let the cold armor beat you." It's like, this thing's scary. And then I'm gonna throw out 2 more Eldritch Blasts at it while I run to close the distance and get into melee with it.
Okay. Also, real quick, between rounds, can I get a perception check from everybody?
Yes, you know.
I'm sorry.
7.
Okay.
Natural 20 plus 7. 27.
I got a natural 19 plus 3.
Okay. Drusilla, what is the number on that perception check?
27.
Okay. So, out of the corner of your eye, you're a little distracted at the moment, but out of the corner of your eye, after you go, you do notice Xanorn, like, still by his tent. Like, there's some hand motions that seem deliberate, and there's some muttering that's not audible, and it seems like it may have an effect on the suit of armor. Possibly a spell being cast.
Ooh.
And then Ilvim's turn.
Okay.
Oh fuck, what if Xanorn is like part of these armored individuals?
Ooh, okay, one's 25 to hit and 15.
25 and 15. 15 misses.
Damn. That's okay, because I rolled max damage. So 13 points of force damage.
Okay.
And then I'm in melee with it.
Oh, so you move up to melee with it as well?
Yeah. I
Okay.
just kind of like huck them out as I'm like running at it.
All right. That'll bring us then to Hannibal. You're on the ground underneath it.
I'm going to get away from Drusilla. And I'm going to do something so stupid. Hannibal or Ilvim got right in front of it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, never mind. I was gonna do gust of wind.
Well, Ilvim's like to the side of it, basically. So like there's no one as it's facing you. There's no one behind it.
All right. Never mind.
Okay.
Toll the dead. I'm just gonna stay prone and go toll the dead.
Okay.
Wisdom saving throw.
I got a 5.
13.
Wait.
Yeah. 13
Okay.
Necrotic damage.
All right. That hurted.
And then I'll stand up. Just be like, "Hey, back here, you big butthole."
All right. That will make it its turn. It's gonna swing once at Hannibal.
Yeah.
Because Hannibal stands up, like, Drusilla's like, come at me, and Hannibal, like, as it's about to swing, stands up right between the two of you. So, all right.
Natural 20.
It got
Oh, no.
a 8 to hit.
Oh, it does not hit.
Oh, thank God.
So, yeah, actually, so it goes to swing at you, but then, like, you can see that there's just, like, a slight twitch as it also, in its swing, as it, like, seems to, like, have a little bit of a problem. Like, something just caused it to have be a little bit more less effective in its swing.
Pain!
And then it's gonna continue the swing around and bring a second attack at Ilvim.
Well, that's just fucking rude.
I just told you, attack me.
Yeah, there's people in the way, and it got a 10.
It doesn't hit me.
Same thing, like it's coming in at you, and like it's almost like a hiccup in its swing that like brings it over you, and you can easily duck underneath it, making it Drew's turn.
So Hannibal's right in front of her,
Mm-hmm.
and Ilvim's right to the side. Is there?
We're tanking.
How close is suit of armor to Hannibal?
Adjacent.
Like, there's no room for her to get between.
Not really, but there is like two. It has two. Like it's a large creature, so like you could pretty much just step up right next to Hannibal and be in front of it.
I'm going to do that.
Okay, so you just like step past Hannibal and you're right up in front of it.
I'm also going to try and shove Hannibal out of the way.
Okay.
Just fucking
Nah.
shove him.
All right. So make me an athletics check.
Man, I don't want to move though.
Hannibal, opposed by your athletics or acrobatics.
All right. 18.
22.
Fuck.
Is Drew trained in athletics?
I'm proficient in athletics.
Wow.
So
Okay.
am I. Or I'm not
From
actually.
climbing all them trees, fam.
So Drew, so it's like Hannibal, you're basically you're standing there and Drusilla goes to shove you and you're like, okay, whatever, I can raw strength this. But Drusilla like comes up, like gets a knee into the back of your knee and then just like shoves you back, like hits you right in the center of mass. And like you go stumbling back into the spot that Drusilla was standing in. And Drew, you can now step in between, swap spots and step in between. That did take your action.
Is it not my action to shove?
The action was, no, that took your action. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Alright. I thought you said you can take your action. Look,
Oh.
no.
And bonus action, anything, or is that your turn?
Bonus action. Let's see, do I have a bonus action? Do I have bonus actions? I'm gonna cast Flame Blade on my quarterstaff.
Okay. Big, giant, flaming blade comes off the top of that.
I get an attack when I cast it. Let's see. No. It takes
Yeah,
an
it's just,
action.
your
Alright,
quarterstaff attacks just do damage. Okay, so you've just got that right up in
Yeah.
front of it.
I'm
Okay.
ready.
All right. Got what do we got? What do we got? Where there? Yeah, okay. That'll bring us to Ilvim's turn.
So it's a large creature, so I can't grapple it.
I believe you can. I think you can grapple things one size category larger than you.
Okay, because I have a background feature that involves grappling and
Mhm.
magic, and I want to try to use it.
Okay, so go ahead and make an athletics check, opposed by its athletics check, which it has disadvantage on because of Hex.
Yeah.
Beat a 7.
I fucking hope I will, bitch. I'm trying. Um, 12. Oh my
Okay.
god, I was like 11 plus 1.
All right. So Ilvim, you reach up and you come up and basically like wrap your hands around its like waist because it's so tall. But you wrap your arms around it and grab, like you manage to grab onto some places because it's like nothing but armor and has gaps. You can like hook your hands in and get a handhold on it. As you grab onto it, the flames inside of it dim. You all see that like the flames that are animating it dim considerably. It's still animated, still going. But the flame on its blade goes out. And it's just a regular greatsword. And you are holding on anything? Any bonus action?
Nope.
Perhaps some inspiration?
Oh, you know what? Yeah, I'll inspire. I'll inspire. What's his face? Hannibal.
Okay.
I'd be like, "Come on, you're doing so good."
All right.
That's
and is
it
that
for me.
what die is that?
They're d6s that you can add to either a d20 roll or your damage roll.
Okay. That'll make it Hannibal's turn.
All right. Yeah, Toll the Dead again.
Okay. Wisdom saving throw.
Yep.
It is rolling so bad on these. It got a 9. Oh wait, actually, it got a 8.
It still fails. Okay.
Yep.
And you said I can add the inspiration for damage or just attack rolls?
I
Yeah,
think that's only on.
Yeah. Makes
Is that
sense.
any damage or is that just like?
it might be. I don't know.
I think that might be like weapon attacks.
All right. Yeah, I don't think you can add inspiration for damage.
You can for Valor Bards.
If I roll that, yeah, to number to weapon damage roll it just
Yes.
made.
Yeah.
4 necrotic damage.
4.
Yep.
Okay.
That's my turn.
Okay. That'll bring us to its turn. It is gonna.
One more second. Also, you can use it to add to your AC against an attack when you're being attacked.
Oh,
That's
cool.
right.
Thank God. All right.
That's right. That's a really good application of it.
I did not know that until right this very minute. So.
Yep. All right. It's gonna make an attack against Drusilla.
Finally.
Yeah, you're finally adjacent to it. Got a 21.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I don't think this will matter, but that's actually a 20.
Oh well, that it just
Yeah, right. Yeah, yes.
barely hit.
For 14 points of slashing damage, but no cold damage.
Ooh.
The blade is no longer wreathed in blue fire.
Okay.
And then second attack, it's gonna turn around and like swing at Ilvem that's hanging onto it.
Makes sense.
For a where'd my D4 go? There it is. This will make a difference. Looks like it's going to be a 17. It is in fact a 14.
Yes, doesn't hit.
All right. So yeah, again, it's got that little slight hiccup. It like this one comes close, but the hiccup like brings it right past your face. And you
Oh,
manage to hang on to it.
I'm gonna give
Alright.
a yap with my flame blade.
All right. Roll the attack.
Nah. 5 + 7, which is a good old
That is a 12. So no.
yeah, good old 12.
All right.
I'm gonna yell at
So you-
Ilvem to let it go. Get
Swing that flame blade at it, but it does not hit. Bring us back to the top of the Ilvem.
do I have to use my action to maintain the grapple?
Nope. As long as it does not try and break out of it, you just keep hanging on.
Great. I'm gonna sacred flame it.
Okay. So it needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
Yeah.
All right. That is a 16. Oh, wait. There's a 13.
Yes, it failed.
Nice.
Again, that slight, like, shuddering hiccup of movement moves it right into the line of the light.
It's 3 points.
Okay. Just roll. Is that both
Yeah.
dice? Okay, yeah. Okay. Slowly
Feel good.
dealing damage.
That's fine.
All right.
That was a big
Anything else?
okay.
Bonus action?
Bonus action. I'll.
I don't know. How does Hannibal look?
Fine.
Okay.
Okay, then no bonus action.
Okay. That'll bring us to Hannibal's turn.
How far away would it be to get behind it?
Let me see. Like 25 feet.
Cool. I'm gonna move up right behind it
Okay.
and hit it with my hammer.
Okay. Roll the attack.
With advantage because of guiding bolt? Or is that- am I
With
thinking-
Sacred.
Oh,
It was Sacred
sorry,
Flame,
sorry.
not Guiding Bolt. Yeah.
Nah, that's an 8 to hit, so 2-weapon fighting, sickle time.
Okay, so it's bonk. Nothing.
12 to hit with the sickle.
Nothing. Yeah, just bonk and just scratch off the surface, but nothing substantial.
Hey, fuckhead, I'm behind you now. That's my turn.
Okay. It is going to... Yeah, it like... Basically, its whole upper body just rotates 180 degrees while its legs stay the same. Ilvem, you like...
Cool.
Your legs just like drag along the dirt behind it. You stay hanging onto it.
Cool.
And it's going to attack Hannibal.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that D4. That's a 25 to hit.
It still hits, yeah.
For 14 points of slashing damage.
Okay. How much?
And then
cold?
it's gonna.
Oh no cold. That's
no
right.
cold because Ilvim is holding onto it.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's gonna keep rotating around and make another attack at Drew.
Yep.
Just
Mm-hmm. For a 10 to hit.
Whoa, that's not hit.
Yeah, you can see that one coming for way around, and you can like bap it with your quarterstaff and the flame blade, and like parry, and like sparks and embers go flying off your flame blade as you parry its sword.
Me bitch.
And that'll make it Drew's turn.
Sick. And he'll give another bap with the flame blade. Glare at Ilvim and Hannibal because she said, "Get the fuck away," and they're not doing that. Nah, dude, it's a 9.
Okay, yeah, just you block its, you parry its strike, you come around and then swing, and it but like knocks yours down into the dirt, and there's like a sizzling sound as your flame blade gets shoved into the mud. All right, anything with a bonus action?
Angry. Right now. Nah.
All right, Ilvem.
Let's go for another sacred flame.
Okay. It got a 16.
Yeah, that succeeds.
Okay. This time manages to dodge out of the way.
He's gonna be like, "What's the point of inspiring you if you can't hit it?"
I forgot I had inspiration.
Making it, or do you have anything
Nope,
with bonus
that's
action?
it.
All right,
That's it.
Hannibal.
I'm not doing nothing.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the hammer and sickle again.
All right,
Hammer is an 18.
that hits.
Okay. For 5 bludgeoning damage, just on its
Bonk.
back.
You hit it. It looks like it does absolutely nothing.
Fuck.
These are non-magical weapons.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm not even gonna go for the sickle. I'm just gonna be like, well, fuck you then, you big tin can. That's my turn.
Okay. That'll make it bring it back to the flaming suit of armor.
This is brutal, y'all.
It is a little tired of trying to move around with Ilvem, so it's gonna spend its first attack trying to pull Ilvem off of it.
So athletic checks.
Yep.
Fucked. You got a 19.
It got an 18. Wow. Okay. So it like
Nice.
tries to grab onto you. It's like spinning around on like upper body, just like rotating around. Your legs go like flared out. Hannibal and Drusilla have to duck a couple of times, and your legs just go
Watch
sailing
out!
over them. But then you manage to like it's as it stops, you like come down and like dig your heels into the dirt and like yank it into place, and it stays put. And that took up one of its attacks, so it's going to spend the second attack on Drusilla. Where's that D4? For this one's a 19.
That'll hit.
Okay. For 21 points of slashing damage.
No.
I am out, bitch.
Fuck.
Slash. However, it does actually, so for this one, it goes to swing at you, but it doesn't like swing at you with the blade. It comes in like it's going to, and then feints, and then like kind of pivots, and then just smacks you on the side of the head with the pommel. And Drew goes unconscious but not dying. Yep.
Long.
Mhm.
All right, that'll be the end of its turn, making it Drew's turn. You're unconscious but not dying, so no death saves.
Sick.
Ilvem.
Bonus action healing word, just like, Drew, get up! Ooh. 7 points of healing,
Love it.
and then I'm really stuck, guys. There's not much I can do besides just like fucking sacred flaming it.
Okay. So Sacred Flame.
Yeah, if you
All
don't
right.
mind.
Dexterity saving throw. It got 9.
Yes. Okay, 8 plus 3 is 11 points of radiant damage.
Okay. Yeah, this thing is starting to like the armor plates are starting to like melt a little bit in the radiant damage of the Sacred Flame. The blue fire inside of it has started to like gutter and like flicker, especially as Ilvum is holding on to it. And it is yeah, it looks like it's starting to fade a little bit. Making it Hannibal's turn.
Can I see the flames flickering inside of it?
You can, yeah. I mean, they're pretty much like covering the entire, like, up into the head, like filling up the helmet, the arms. It looks like that's just like filling the inside of the armor.
Okay, never mind. I was gonna just see if I could put my hand inside of it and just make a wall of water inside of it. All right.
You do also know that the from what you felt from when it hit you, the flames are cold, so you don't know if like
Yeah,
what you
true.
would do for that.
Toll the dead, and then just tell it, leave her alone, you fucking tin can.
Wisdom saving throw.
Yep.
All right. It got a 11.
11 fails, 20 necrotic damage.
Whoa.
Ooh.
20 necrotic damage. All right. So
I'm taking
you
Toll the Dead as soon as I can take more
It's
cantrips.
so good.
you toll the dead, and there's just this loud, cacophonous ringing sound of like you're in the bell tower of a church as it's just ringing all of its bells, bong 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 bong, and like each time a bell rings, you can see like the flames inside of it get like buffeted back and forth like by a gust of wind.
Mhm.
And you see them start pulling back in from the arms and pulling back in towards from the head as it starts to just concentrate this small fire right in the middle of its chest, and then with one last bing, the fire fades and it just clatters to the ground, and Ilvum, you're just kind of left holding a breastplate.
Oh god. Drop it.
Lands with a thud on the ground.
Well, what a lovely way to wake up.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say I told you so, but I'm gonna think it. I'm gonna think it real hard.
My bad. There's nothing we can do about it now.
You know what? I'm gonna take that my bad. I wasn't expecting it. I'm gonna gladly take it.
The next time one of those things show up, though, you both get the fuck out of its way.
No.
No.
That wasn't up for debate.
Exactly. No.
Yeah. The no's a pretty firm no.
No.
Exactly.
Gonna
You're right,
get
no.
out of- No, both of you are gonna get the fuck out of its way. It is here for me, and if either of you die because of it, ugh.
Well, then we should have been stronger.
Yeah, we didn't die.
Don't. I'm not asking you to save me. Okay?
I don't care.
Yeah.
Well, you should.
Listen, Drew. I very recently have lost a lot of people very important to me. I'm not letting you get kidnapped by some fucking fire armor.
Are you calling me important to you?
Yeah.
That's why you shouldn't get in front of it. Because it's here for me, and it's not gonna stop until it gets me. Okay?
I was beside it.
I was in front.
You were in front of it at one point when it
Isn't-
was spinning.
That really was something I was not anticipating it being able to do. I am not gonna lie. That was truly something else.
It looked a lot of fun.
It wasn't. It really was not.
Neither was getting slashed to death in like one hit. So
Wait, these things are very powerful. We are not equipped to deal with them that well.
we could be.
How?
We just
I'll get back to you on that.
brutalized this one.
Yeah, Xanorn, what the hell are you doing?
I'll be honest, I don't have any weapons or anything, so my best.
You're doing your best. We love you. Okay.
Did you
Great.
bring it here?
What?
Did you bring that thing here?
No.
I believe him.
Insight check.
I don't roll an insight check.
Like, I'm very good at these.
Remember, handles low whiz, so that's an 8.
It's an unnatural 20.
Okay. Yeah, you believe him. He's. I mean, and Drusilla also, like, you noticed, like, the slight spell casting. You noticed, then you like could tell there were all those moments throughout the fight that it seemed to be like a little less capable. So like, and you know he can cast spells, so it seems like yeah he was helping, but just like more subtly.
Hannibal, I think he's trustworthy.
Oh yeah, I think so too. But, you
Know who brought it here?
your mom?
Me.
Well,
I don't know if it was her that sent them or
I think
you know,
it
the
was.
other.
I think it was.
She wasn't really blue, you know? Like, that's never really her color, so I don't know.
The perfect crime.
Didn't you have like blue bands when Master Varro did the band test?
I think I did. Let me just pull up my mind thing here. Yeah, there was a blue one that made the little circle around me.
Interesting.
Maybe while we're on the road, no more sparring.
Agreed. It was so much
Very
fun
good
though.
idea.
It was great. I had a great time. Except for how nauseous I was afterwards. That wasn't great. We might as well start our day now, right? Like,
Oh,
like-
totally.
Like you can tell it's like it's hard to tell from in here, but it's probably in that like pre-dawn area where the sky is just starting to lighten.
With my whole
So,
3
like-
hit points and no spell slots.
yeah, well, maybe you could just like sleep in the elephant.
Sleep in the elephant.
Listen, it's early. I meant to say on.
I know.
Also, yeah, how is Poppy? How is she doing that entire?
Oh yeah,
Was
Poppy
she
was like
scared?
Poppy's like backed up into the spring and was like looking not happy about any of that was happening.
Drew, calm her down. Go talk to her.
I'm gonna go cast speak with animals.
Okay.
Just be like, hey girl, how you doing?
Scared.
It's okay, it's alright.
Big thing bad. Tried to hurt friends.
Ah. Yeah. Yeah, it did, but we're okay, alright?
Is it gone now?
It's gone, yes.
Okay. She was like backed up, like basically like to the knees in this like pool of water spring, and like
I love her so much.
slowly makes her way back out.
Girl, alright? I won't let anything hurt you.
Okay.
I'd like to collect its greatsword if I can.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm gonna put. Can I put its helmet in my bag of holding?
You can, although you remember what happened last time you tried taking any of the pieces of the ones that you fought the last time. The second you looked away from them, they vanished.
Yeah.
Oh, I really wanted that sword.
Yeah. It'd been really cool to be able to figure some things out about these things.
Well, you have them now. You are currently looking at them, so
Oh.
Okay.
like they haven't disappeared yet. You've still
okay.
been
So-
looking at them.
If I ritually cast Identify, I don't need to use a spell slot, right?
Yeah.
Even if I don't have any spell slots?
Mhm.
I'm going to start ritually casting Identify on this helmet.
Okay. That takes you like 10 minutes. Ilvan, what are you doing?
I'm just holding the great sword because I'm not a level 3 warlock yet, so I can't make it a pack.
Oh, that'd be so cool.
Oh yeah. I will say if you made it a packed weapon, it might stay. And then
That
Drusilla,
would be so dope.
you are
Calming Poppy.
you're calming down Poppy. Yeah. Also, the flame didn't come back. It looked like the flame on it was an extension of the creature itself, not the weapon. It looks like more or less as regular as can be in this circumstance great sword.
Yeah, but I don't have one of those, and I can use one of those. I'm proficient in great swords. And I like them.
Okay. Large size. This thing up, and it's like 7 feet long.
Okay, let's a moment and think about how like weapon of choice is just like a 7-foot-long greatsword. They come flying onto the battlefield. This like it's a whole vibe, and I'm here for it.
All right, Hannibal, you cast Identify.
Yeah.
By the way, wait, do you have that pearl worth at least 100 gold that is a material component for
that's
Identify?
Right, I don't.
Well, that might
Never
be
mind.
something you want to invest in the future.
Yep,
Gotta check those material components.
that's right. Never mind, I'm just gonna huck the helmet out the cave, just...
All right. And then silent. Like, before, you can, like, you hear, like, before it even lands, is just silence. Like, it vanishes in mid-bounce.
I'm not gonna get to keep this greatsword, am I?
No.
Yeah. Alright, I'll let it disappear then.
All right. Yeah, you can just, like, put it down. You turn and look away. The second no one's looking at it, you look back, and it's just gone. Same thing with the armor. Like, gradually you all lose sight of the different pieces of armor that have scattered. Like, there's a gauntlet that no one's looking at it. It vanishes. Same thing with the rest of the armor. Piecemeal, eventually it all's just gone.
Alright, let's break up camp and head on out.
Yeah.
All right, so you break down camp. You literally break down the chairs so you can fit them in the bag of holding. Put all that stuff away into the bag, get Poppy back out of the cave, and you can continue onward.
I'm gonna sleep the rest of the way. I'm just...
I'm also gonna have a long rest if I can try.
Yeah.
Just gonna
Right.
vibe.
Yeah, so you can basically just leave Drusilla to steer, and you two will just gonna sleep on Poppy.
Yeah.
Okay. So Drusilla, it's just you. It's basically just you and Xanorn, just like riding on Poppy, kind of up like at the front. You're like up at the front steering. Xanorn's kind of like laying sideways in the middle, and then Hannibal and Ilvam are at the back, just like right next to each other, curled up, just asleep as the sun starts to come up.
Saw what you did during that fight. Saw that spell.
Oh yeah, well you know, wanted to be helpful.
What spell was it?
Bane.
Where'd you learn it?
You know, you pick things up as you travel. You know, similar probably to where all of you have learned your magic.
Debatable. But
Fair. If there's gonna be a fight, there's gonna be more fighting. I don't have a lot of money, but I could probably benefit from some. Well, if I had some weapons and armor, I could be a bit more helpful. But I don't. Those can be expensive, and we're just traveling together. So, if we come across something, I could use it. But don't go out of your way.
something like what? What are you good at?
Short sword, scimitar, that kind of thing. Something bladed but light.
I'll keep my eye out.
For armor, pretty much anything except for the big stuff. I'm not going to be much. I wouldn't be much good wearing something like that thing was, but anything lighter than that, I'd probably make do with.
Well, we'll keep our eye out.
All right, no rush or anything, but if you want, if any more fights like that come up and you want me to be helpful, that'd be what I need.
I can't tell you when, but there's going to be another. So if you want to leave,
no, I mean,
don't put yourself.
Didn't seem like it came after me, so I stayed out of the way, and it left me alone. So seemed like it was gunning for you.
Yep. That's what we figured out.
Yeah. Do you know what the deal was with that? By the way.
I mean, I can't really say for certain why it's coming after me, but I imagine it has something to do with my mom.
Okay. All right. Do you know where it came from or anything?
The Feywild, most likely.
Oh, the Feywild. Okay. Fun stuff, I guess. All right.
Mm-hmm. You know much about the Feywild?
No, I can't say I do.
Fun.
Mm-hmm.
But seriously, don't put yourself in danger for me, even if you get weapons or an armor.
Okay. All right.
Don't.
Okay.
Don't do what Hannibal did. It was stupid and irresponsible, and he almost died because of me. And I don't want that to happen to you.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm just wondering how it found us, because we were pretty well hidden.
So you know how Ilvim and I fought that first night you stayed with us?
Yep. Yeah, I remember.
Okay, so we were fighting because I had this amulet that was supposed to protect against like scrying and tracking and all that stuff. But I gave it to my pet fox because I wanted to protect Willow from scrying and tracking, you know?
Okay.
And then Ilvim saw and was like, what the fuck? You were supposed to have that because they're kind of tracking me. But now it's a little too late, so whatever, you know?
Yeah, no judgment or anything. I'm just wondering, just curious. Who's scrying on a fox?
You don't know exactly. You never know who could be scrying on a fox. You never know who could be scrying on Willow to get to me, you know?
Okay. But then can't they just scry on you?
Yeah, now they can.
Okay. All right. So, are we going to try and get that back now, or?
It's going to be very, very hard considering we're moving away from where Willow went. And he's probably not following us because of what Ilvim did. So it's pretty much a lost cause at this point. So we're just going to kind of have to deal with it.
I mean, you never know. Maybe he's following after. Might be worth investing some time in. I don't know. I'm just spitballing here.
Mistakes were made. calculated risks were taken, but I'm bad at math, okay? So, like...
Yeah, no, like I said, no judgment or anything. I'm just, he, like, sticks a hand under his shirt and, like, puts a thumb out a hole and is like I said, I've found myself on some hard times, made some mistakes also, so no judgment from me.
Okay. I've shared a mistake I made. Why don't you share a mistake you made that led you to this point?
Game of mistakes.
Mistakes. Okay.
I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to be a people person.
Ilvum is so proud.
What's a mistake I've made?
That led you to this specific
Right,
path
that led
in
me.
your life.
Yeah. Make me an insight check as he's thinking.
Ooh. Ooh. Okay, 19.
Okay. You can definitely see from the look on his face as he's thinking about this that it's like he's thinking. You can definitely see that he's thinking of examples. Like things are crossing his mind, but it's definitely there's like a little bit of like no. Like there's like you can see him mentally like thinking of ideas and then like putting them aside for whatever reason, possibly to like not. You don't really know exactly why, but those apparently are mistakes that he wants to keep secret for the moment. But he'll say, without going into too much detail, I'll just say that somewhat recently I tried stealing something, and it did not go terribly well.
Are the people going to come after you for it?
No, I don't think so. No. I did my time.
You went to jail.
Yes.
I broke Hannibal and our brother Sid out of jail once. It was pretty great. Well, not me personally, but like, Ilvum helped.
Oh, nice. Oh, that's all right. Okay.
So like, Yeah.
So yeah. Fun stuff.
Fun stuff indeed. You're very, very mysterious, Nanorin.
I don't try to be, but
Seems like you're trying
It's a
very hard to
fucking
be,
lie.
actually.
I'm just
fucking lie.
I'm just not a very talkative person.
Well, neither am I. I'm supposed to let Ilvum do the talking for me because I'm not very, people person.
Mm-hmm.
But it's gone pretty great the last couple times.
Okay. All right.
So let's start with the basics. How old are you? Where you come from?
Well, those might not be. I am. You seem like searching for the number for a second. This is 32.
Hannibal's 35.
39.
39.
Oh, how about
Hannibal's
that?
35.
Kind of hard
Oh,
to tell.
yeah, 39. Yeah.
Kind of hard to tell looking at him, but I can see it. Okay.
Yeah. So, where you come from? Don't say Pyre unless you were born there.
I was not born in Pyre. No. What do you mean? What kind of?
Like, were they elves like me? Were they the ones that can do the time shit? Were they? I guess you don't know Sid, so you wouldn't know what kind of elf.
There's elves that can do time stuff? What?
Yeah, there was one that did it for our graduation.
I don't know anything about that.
Well. So you don't know that there's different kinds of elves?
Well, I guess I know there's elves from different places, but I guess I think
So
didn't.
what? That's what I meant. Where were they from?
Do you know much about the continent of Findel to the south?
Yeah, I know lots about it.
Okay. I'm from south of Takros.
South of Takros. Wow, lovely, lovely place.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. Did you like the elves you grew up with?
Well enough, yeah. I mean, not all of them, but same as any people you grew up with. You don't like all of them, but you like some of them. They're people.
Did they teach you the magic?
Some did a little bit. I kind of got my start, but I've picked up a lot more as I've gone.
All right.
What about you? Where are you from?
A forest.
A forest, okay. Do you know
Mhm.
which one?
No. I have an idea, kind of, where it is, but I don't know exactly where it is.
What's your idea of where it is?
Oh my god, Sam, you're gonna do this game
You're asking him questions about his backstory.
We're not playing the game of secrets. Who is it? Okay, where is my page? Where is my page? Oh, I'm ready to go. I had it. Okay. Shit. I actually don't know. I'd have to look at a map to point it to you.
Okay. This continent, a different continent, across the ocean, north, south, east, west. Was it snowy?
No, not snowy. I don't think so.
Were
There was east of some mountains. There's mountains to the east.
Okay.
There was, purple Goliath. So it could be where kind of the area we're going to. I don't know.
It kind of does sound like the area we're going to. I think there's a forest. Yeah, I think there's a forest in this direction. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the northern border of the place we're going is pretty much just a big forest.
Well, then that's possible that that's where I was born and grew up. I don't exactly know.
You leave there when you were very young,
No, like 2 years ago.
but you don't remember where it was or how you like when you left there. Where did you go first?
The astral plane. And then back to
I'm sorry, what?
the astral plane. We went in a boat. I was tied up because I didn't want to go. But they're like, no, you're going anyways.
Sounds a lot more complicated than a normal leaving home kind of story.
Yeah.
Huh.
Mhm. So I don't really know where it was because we
Sorry.
just went in the boat.
Sorry if I stepped on a sore spot there. I didn't mean to.
We didn't step on anything.
All right, well,
And then
sometimes
trying to find home this entire time.
okay, some people get a little sensitive about times when they were tied up and kidnapped and taken away from their home, so that they haven't seen since then. So, sorry for assuming.
Do you speak from experience?
I mean, not a whole lot. I'm just saying that when people I guess I'm just assuming that if someone was tied up and kidnapped, they'd be a little upset about it.
Oh yeah, I was. A lot.
Okay.
Very
Okay.
much so.
Okay, all right.
But it's cool now, because that's where I met Hannibal.
Okay. Well, Drusilla of the Mysterious Woods. Glad I ran into all of you. This has been a interesting and eventful trip so far.
Do you have a last name, Xanorn?
No, I don't. I was always told last names are for rich people.
Yeah, I can see that. Sid has a last name. Sid seems like he comes from a rich family.
Sid's your other sibling, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
Maybe you'll meet him one day. Who knows?
Okay. All right.
Anything else you want to know?
Not off the top of my head. Not that I can think of right now. I'll let you know if I come up with
Alright.
something, though.
Well, enjoy the ride.
You too. All right. So y'all ride along for the majority of the day. It's probably like noonish when Hannibal and Ilvem wake up
Oh.
after their 8 hours of rest.
Thanks. Real quick, me and Moloch have to go pee in the woods. Can we stop for like 2 seconds so we can go leak?
Fine.
Thank you. Thanks. And I'm gonna go like find a woods or something with Moloch to go pee-pees.
Okay. Yeah, you can go
Cool.
off into the woods. Yeah.
When I go off into the woods, Mr. Dungeon Master.
No one ever just has to pee. No one ever in D&D ever just like actually has to pee.
Do we know what Drusilla's mom looked like?
No, I don't think. I think the only one that would have a chance of knowing is Sid, because you didn't go into the area with the scrying pool. You stayed outside.
But we fought those things together. I thought I did see her. Okay.
No, because remember, you didn't actually. By the time you like drank a flying potion, by the time you got over there, the fight was over.
I thought I took the flying potion during the fight while I was in there with them.
No, because there was like a grove of trees, and you were like out exploring the rest of the embassy, and then you saw fighting happen. So you like drank the flying potion, started making your way over, and then like it was over. Because I remember you were just like, I wasted that flying potion.
Yeah. All right. Fuck.
That is devious.
Don't you
Fuck it.
dare.
I'm gonna try to do it anyway.
Okay.
See if I can. I know you have to be familiar with somebody to do it.
Yeah, you do, and you've got really no idea. You've got Drew as a reference. That's about it. You're like trying to extrapolate based on what Drew looks like, what her mom looks like.
Can I try?
And not Green Drew.
You can certainly try. Yeah.
I want this to succeed. I genuinely want this to succeed. I want to see how
So
close
do
we
I.
get.
All right. Roll me a history check to see if you can like extrapolate based on your
Okay.
knowledge of
Proficient.
heredity.
17 plus 5.
Okay. All right. You turn into what you assume Drew's mom would look like.
Pull out my hand mirror that I used to cast some of my spells.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't need to because I have my glove, but I still have a hand mirror on me.
Yeah.
I look in it. Okay, that might work. I pull out the sending spell scroll.
Okay.
5% chance to fail across planes, just in case.
Okay.
And I'm going to cast sending with the spell scroll.
Okay.
DC
You know,
thir- DC
sending doesn't send any visual information,
I don't.
right?
I am totally wanting to talk to Drew's mom.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, wait. You need to be familiar. I think you need to be familiar with the person for sending too.
You do, but that's why I wanted to see if I could get familiarity by looking at a picture.
I don't think if a picture isn't enough. You have to have like met because it's not like their appearance
Yeah,
that
I
you're
know.
using. You're like linking with their magical essence.
Trying to do shenanigans.
Mm-hmm.
Don't fuck with Drew's mom.
But I mean, technically, if she's Drew's mom, they might share the same magical essence.
Nah, you got it. You have to have met the person. some like met, spoken to, some way interacted with. Like I would say even like if someone cast sending on you, you could then cast sendings back to them, even if like somehow they knew you but you didn't know them. But like yeah, having just like never had any sort of interaction with Drew's mom, you can't.
I mean, God.
Man. Alright. I'll just not pee and end the disguise self.
No,
Okay.
come on, let Drew see it. I want to see.
And
Please.
I'm gonna go back to the elephant as just normal Hannibal.
Okay.
God damn it, I wanted to see.
Okay. Hannibal comes back. Bladder not emptied, but you all think that it is.
Did you have a good pee?
Yeah, real good.
Alright,
Focused real hard.
that's great. You didn't see anything, did you?
No. Just
Alright.
my own dangly bits.
Sorry I asked.
I'm also sorry you asked.
Continuing on.
Can casters speak to their familiars telepathically, or no?
I think so, yeah.
Do we remember what I said Abacus was? Was he a fiend or a celestial or a fae?
I don't remember.
Makes sense for him to be a fiend, though.
Yeah, yeah. Fuck! I was like, hey, Abacus. Yes, I guess let's go. I have a confession to make. No more secrets and all that. I didn't go pee.
I was gonna say I rolled, by the way, and I got a nat 1. So like pretty much as soon as you start the elephant again, you're like, "Fuck! I actually need to pee."
So.
All right, well then go.
Fine. I was gonna tell you something, but fine. And I'm gonna actually go pee.
Okay.
And while I'm peeing, I'm gonna pop Abacus out.
Mm-hmm.
Abacus.
Yes.
Ooh, now that's exciting.
Ooh.
Do you have a way to find Drusilla's mother, do you think?
I only have access to the resources you give me.
Oh,
I am an extension of your will, made manifest through fiendish energies.
that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Can I only understand you like this?
Yes.
That's really cool. So I got a confession to make, Abacus, and since you can talk, it's sort of like me confessing to someone. I was going to my plan was to send a message to Drusilla's mother and say if she sent any more of those armored individuals after her, I was going to kill her myself. Like, kill Drusilla's mother myself. So, that's what the plan was. Ha.
Do you think that would have worked?
No, but it would have been worth a try.
He's just like hanging upside down from a tree nearby, just like
Cool.
folded up and just like
Cool.
staring down at you with the beady eyes as you hear this voice in your head.
It's terrifying.
Do you like being a bat, Abacus? Or actually, what's your real name, Abacus? I just call you Abacus, but you probably have a real name.
I am an extension of your own spirit, so
Ooh, that's
my
cool.
name is whatever you give me.
Oh, alright. Do you like being a bat, though?
It has its benefits.
Yeah, you look pretty cool. Well, I guess we better get back. They might think I died or something. Apparently that's all I'm good for, is dying. Come.
Hannibal's taking ever to pee. You think he died?
And then
We hear it if he died.
and then I'm just gonna start heading back.
Okay.
I peed. We're all good now.
Okay.
I'm gonna climb up.
So what did
Okay.
you want to tell us?
Oh, that I had to pee. That I actually didn't
No, but
pee.
you,
Yeah, I just
you
didn't
said you
pee.
were
I
gonna
just
tell us something.
yeah, I needed to stretch my legs.
No, but you said you were gonna tell us something before I told you to go.
I did. I have to pee.
No, but when I said that, you're like, oh, I was gonna tell you something.
That's not how I sound.
Is exactly how you sound.
Hmm.
So what was it?
Sorry for trying to get in the way.
Don't do it again.
Totally won't.
Alright.
Do you have a picture of your mother, Annie, by any chance? I never got to see what she looked like.
I don't have a picture of her.
Hmm.
I mean, I can tell you what she looks like.
Yeah, what does she look like?
Well, the last time I saw her, she kind of looked a bit different than I usually remember her. Yeah. I guess she looks like me.
I figured that much out, yeah.
She was wearing a cape.
Oh, a cape. That's
And
very
it was
cool.
like, red and orange. It was very, very pretty.
Mental notes the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
Jewel just described her mom
Okay.
the last time she saw her, so that instance in the Feywild.
Yeah.
What does it feel like to have parents? That aren't evil overlord who made you in a test tube.
My mom, she was kind of stern growing up, but she loved me.
Mm.
I think. I hope. I know I loved her. Do anything to make her proud.
So the reason I want to go to Kukui is I was hoping, since there are Tritons there, I might find my parents. I don't know if I have any though, but it could be fun to look into.
And it's the best
And
lead we have.
I might want to stay a while. I mean, if I do have parents there, I'd like to stay and maybe learn why I am the way I am.
Like, break off from the group stay, or like do a group stay in Kukui for a little while?
We'll see.
I'm sure Ilvum, Xanorn, and I can find something to do if that becomes the case.
Yeah, yeah. Entirely selfish reasons why I want to go.
That's fine. You don't have anything else to be doing.
Yeah.
I don't know, we still have that whole thing with Grantar and the Mind Flayers and...
Trying really hard not to think about it.
Yeah, we really don't want to be talking about that.
But we are
Xander, do you know what
eventually
Mind
going to
Flayer
have to
is?
talk about that.
I've heard stories.
Okay. What kind of stories?
Bad ones.
Yeah, it's pretty par for the course.
Something about octopus-faced monsters that come and steal people in the night and eat your brains.
Yeah.
I'm trying to learn deep speech so I can talk to them. Don't know why, but I thought it might be fun.
Yeah.
Cool.
Trying to. Yeah.
Well, okay.
Well, this was such a fun conversation. Why don't we listen to some nice, fun music? And I'm just gonna do like a nice little ditty on the flute.
Would I still have that inspiration or no?
No,
It
it's
lasts
like
like
10
10
minutes.
Yeah, okay.
All right, you're making your way along the road, traveling for like another day or so. Around nighttime, you start to see kind of like a slight glow up ahead. The road is kind of moved away from the coast at this point. You've got kind of just like you've moved a little bit away from the coast a little at this point, and there's kind of like woods on either side. You're kind of like going through like a woodland path at this point. It gets a little slow going because Poppy's a little tall, and there's like a canopy of branches that like arch over the road, so you kind of have to start like going forward and like trying to push branches out of the way so they don't like.
You're gonna be blasting them with Eldritch Blast
Okay, so you're just blowing tree branches off
so that they don't hurt Poppy when
Yeah.
she's walking. Because how dare a tree try to hit
Start a
Poppy?
Forest fire.
Eldritch Blast is force damage.
It's yeah.
Okay. That's mainly directed at Hannibal. No fire bolts.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm deep in thought about things.
You make your way. Eventually, you come to you see like one of those like road signs for like a fork in the road. This one has a like very faded chipped paint name of a town that you are apparently coming up on. Ramlazima is this next one coming up?
Rom lasagna.
Yes, wrong lasagna.
God, what was the actual name?
Yeah, how do you spell that?
Ramlazema.
Rom lasima.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Write it down. I immediately just wrote wrong lasagna.
And it looks like based on the sign, you'll probably be able to make it. Like if you keep pushing now, you probably won't have to make camp, and you'll be able to, or you'll be at least be able to camp outside town. You'll be able to make it to town before nightfall. Is what it seems like.
Excellent.
Yeah, you come out. Eventually, the path like leaves the woods, and you've got the tree. There's still a fair amount of trees in this area, but you kind of see a bit more of like a sprawling town up ahead as the lights are starting to come on as the sun goes down. Windows are illuminated. There's some torches lit, some gas oil lamps. This one doesn't have a wall around it. It's a bit more just kind of like spread out and sprawling. There's a couple of farms and what looks like cattle and animal farms, as well as like a couple of fields that are like planted for crops in one area. But for the most part, there's not a lot of open land. And kind of on one side, like right on the edge of town, there's buildings kind of built around it, but giving a good distance, you can see what looks like a good size, just kind of like mound. It would just look like a hill, except for the fact that it's a little too, like it's like kind of like a shallow, wide hill, and it's just a little too like round and smooth to look natural. Like it just looks like a very smooth like dome of grass over on one side of town, and you can see torches staked into the ground kind of around it,
Nice.
illuminating the area. And it looks like the town like is specifically like buildings just don't get within a certain radius of that hill thing area.
I want to check it out.
Okay.
You're steering.
I'm not gonna take Poppy over there.
Oh.
You guys
Okay.
find a spot to camp. I'm gonna go check that out.
All right.
You're the one who finds the spot to camp.
No, we can do it.
I'm sure I trust the collective three of you to find a good spot.
I don't.
I do.
I'm sure between the three of you, one of you's got some survival skills.
I mean, I do, but yours are always so nice.
Well, I trust you. And then she's gonna fuck off towards the little hill.
So everybody else, are you looking for a campsite?
Yep.
Yeah.
Roll me some survival checks.
Haha. Ooh. 15.
12.
I rolled a 16 minus 1, 15.
All right, Hannibal. Yeah, you managed to find a pretty good spot. It's not like generally you're pretty much working with pretty civilized area here. There's not a lot of like wilderness to work with unless you want to go further back into the woods. But if you want to stay like within sight of town, you can find a spot that has like a pretty good collection of trees to one side that act as a good side like a decent windbreak.
Okay.
So that way it doesn't get too windy at night, and they're kind of grouped close together with some bushes and stuff, so that it's not completely out in the open.
Well, look at this, Ilvem. I found the perfect place.
Oh, you did such a good job.
I was practicing when I went tinkle earlier.
Is that true?
No.
It's a weird thing to lie about, but okay.
Yeah, I know. Camp time. I'm gonna climb off Poppy and start pulling all the bedding out of the bag of holding and start setting it all up.
Okay. All right, Drusilla, you head over towards the mound. You make your way through town. You can see like people, you know, closing up shops for the night, going back to their homes, getting ready for dinner. Kids playing in fields near the woods and stuff like that as you go around, skirt the edge of town. You get closer though, and you can see, yeah, like definitely this is very likely not naturally occurring. This is not just a normal hill. You can see as you get closer that there's a little path that comes from town. That's where the torches are. They appear to be like lining, like basically like torches on sticks, like tiki torch style almost, where like they're staked into the ground to illuminate the path. And the path leads over to one side of it where there's like a part that's recessed into the hill, and you can see what looks to be a doorway that would lead inside.
Any guards?
You don't see any, no.
Any sign that says, hey, this is this?
You don't see any, no.
The fairy hill.
This is my tiny hut. Stay out.
It's a big tiny hut. When I say hill, I mean like this thing is probably like 100 feet across. Like it's more oblong, so it's probably like 100 feet across on the longest side.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
Too thick with 4 C's. I'll go to the door.
Okay. Yeah, it is a rather large, looks like wood banded with metal door, like very, very sturdy.
Is it like a hobbit hole?
Kind of, but not. The door isn't round. The door is more door shaped, but kind of hobbit hole like.
Down
Okay, hobbit hole
sad.
adjacent. Is there like a peek hole?
No, but there's a keyhole.
I'm gonna peek through the keyhole.
Okay. You can peek through. It does appear to be locked as you get up to it. You peek inside, and it's pretty dark in there, but I think you have dark vision. So, from what you can see from the keyhole, you can see like what looks to be some kind of entry chamber, stone benches set up on like either side of an aisle, and then like what looks to be another passage leading down with some stairs and further in.
Now in this keyhole, does it look like there's enough space for, say, a spider to fit through?
Potentially. There's also space under the door that you could fit under.
Great. I'm gonna spider, and I'm gonna
Okay.
get in.
Spider under the door. You get inside. In here, you can see variety. Actually, you can see more symbols and things carved into the walls. One area almost looks like a small, like alcove altar with what looks probably like a holy symbol that you've seen before.
Yeah, what's symbol?
Are you trained in religion?
That is a very, very good question, and the answer is nah.
Okay. You can try and make an untrained religion check to see if you can figure it out, but off the top of your head, you are not really sure.
I'm gonna stare really hard at it, make this check, and if not, just try to commit it to memory.
Okay.
That would be a 13.
Not off the top of your head, no.
Damn. All right. Commit it to memory.
Yeah, the symbol itself looks like a spinning wheel with 3 threads kind of coming off of it in different directions.
Thank you. 3 threads. All right. Continuing on.
Okay. All right, you continue inward. Further down, you come to a bit of a larger chamber. This one has almost like a pulpit at one side, and then like rows of those same benches in a larger room with a almost like tapestry hanging behind the pulpit of the same symbol. And there's a pretty big like stone slab, like probably like 7 feet long and a couple feet wide, set up behind the pulpit.
Whoa.
And then you can also see a couple more doors in here that seem to lead to other places.
Cool. Any suspicious stains on this slab behind?
Yeah.
Like, say maybe blood from a sacrifice.
You don't see any like excessive blood stains or anything now.
Cool. All right. Which door is the closest?
The closest, the one on probably the one like closest to the pulpit.
Then I will go under that one if I can.
Okay. That one leads down. That one leads to a spiral staircase that leads further down.
Okay, how long has this taken? Like, not very long?
Yeah, not really, no.
Okay, cool. I will go down the stairs.
Okay. This area is not lit, so it's very dark, but you got your dark vision, so you make your way down these stairs. Eventually it comes out into a series of chambers with little alcoves set into the walls at regular intervals, pretty much as regular as you can get, not only set into the walls at like floor level, but then like kind of stacked as well. And you can see what looks like cloth-wrapped bundles in every single one of them, about somewhere between 5 and 6 feet long, and about this, good amount of size to them.
We will make a mental note of those.
Okay.
Then.
You can also see there's, for a variety of these, flowers laid around within various ones of them, some in various states of like decay and rot, other things like small trinkets and tokens that have been like left. Yeah, actually, now that you think about it, these look like dead bodies.
Cool. I was thinking about maybe taking one, but not anymore.
And as you get closer, you can see into the stone where for each of these looks like a name is carved.
Oh, that's boring. Is there any way I can continue down, or do I have to?
You can, and it looks like this continues for a while. It seems like this is the majority of the space down here is just places, and you can start to see like empty alcoves too, with like where the names are carved is just blank.
Oh.
Then I will turn around and go back up the stairs.
Okay.
And then go through another door.
Okay. The next door over, you go through like a couple of little chambers and hallways, and it looks like you can see a series of, you can see a bunch of what you might at first think of as like torture implements, like nasty looking metal tools set up and like hanging in like leather holders and stuff of all various like hooks and blades and things, with a This one has a larger table laid out in it. There are more. This room does have more stains to it.
Great.
But you don't see any like restraints or anything, and it doesn't look like a sacrificial room.
Cool. Mental mode. Go back.
Okay. And actually, as you turn around, you can see like hidden around a corner when you came in. You can see laying out on a lower table is another one of those cloth wrap bundles that looks like freshly wrapped.
Great. I love that. And I will leave the room.
Okay.
And if there's any more doors, I'm gonna go through them all. Because I have
Okay,
2 hours of spider.
You're starting to get, because of how slow a spider moves, you're starting to get close to your end of 2 hours.
Uh-oh.
Do I hear anybody, like, inside?
Make me a perception check.
I'm real great at those. Oh, but I'm using spider. What is a spider's perception? Or do I use mine?
I think it's mental stats, you use yours. So it would be...
So it was a 17 on the die.
Okay. Yeah, you can hear... that's plenty regardless. I don't think it has a significant penalty or anything. So, yeah, you can hear like slight bits of movement coming from one of the doors, like further in past one of the doors in the back of the room.
How much longer would you say I have on spider?
I feel like 20 minutes.
Oof.
I will check that door out that has the person.
Okay. It sounds like the person is like further, like a good ways further in, but you go into a room and you go into that door and you can see that there's a room that's like, kind of looks like a records room almost. Like there's scrolls and books and things all over the place. And there's another door that leads further in past that.
I will exit this room and try and get to that last room as a spider.
The one so you're gonna exit it and not go into. So basically, when you get into the records room, there's a door in the records room that seems like it leads deeper in. That's where the sounds of the person is coming from.
Yeah, I want to avoid that when
Okay.
I'm so close to not being spider anymore.
Okay, and then you go back into like one of the other rooms.
Yeah.
Okay. Storage room looks like you can see like a bunch of like folded up, like a bunch of crates and boxes and shelves and things. Some things like have there's like jars of liquids that you don't really recognize, as well as just a lot of just like piled up like linen cloth that you've seen the bodies wrapped in.
Mommy.
I'm gonna drop spider
Okay.
and look through these crates.
Okay. It appears to be pretty much just more supplies and things, other than like the jars of liquid that you don't recognize. And like other kind of general supplies, cleaning supplies, like brooms. For the most part, it appears to just be a storage closet, though, and you can see it's a lot of like the linen wrapping and things like that, and yeah, mostly just jars of liquid, linen wrapping, and like cleaning supplies.
How many jars of this mysterious liquid would you say there are?
They're good. There's probably like a whole shelf of them, and the jars are probably like this big. Like they're good sized, like probably like a gallon each.
That has no meaning to me, but I'm gonna take one
Okay.
and just put it in my pack,
Okay. I mean, they're like
and then
this big, so like it's
Yeah,
fills up the majority of your bag. But yeah.
yeah, I'm not carrying it far. I'm gonna go back spider,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna exit the hill,
Okay.
get a little ways away from the hill,
Okay.
turn back into Drew,
Mm-hmm.
and then find everybody else.
So
Okay. Yeah.
while she was gone, I have Hannibal's like tortoiseshell glasses off,
Mm-hmm.
and he's infusing them, so they still look like his glasses, but they become goggles of night. I'm just doing that.
Okay, that gives you dark vision, right?
Yeah, if I wear them.
Don't you already have dark vision?
I do. Oh wait. Yeah, I do. Why am I doing that? Never mind.
I was like, I don't know.
I'm not doing that. Never mind. Never mind.
Okay.
Elvin, this is a great spot.
It's a lovely spot. You did a good job. I'm really proud of you.
All right, Drew. Eventually, you can find your way over to where they set up camp.
Hey, look at this great spot Hannibal found.
I did it all by myself.
I'm very proud of you.
Yeah, I got distracted by that bush.
Hannibal, how good are you at identifying mysterious liquids?
Well, I am an alchemist, so.
If, say, hypothetically, I had a mysterious liquid in my bag or a jar of it,
I would
you
ask
be able
to
to
see
tell
it
me?
right now so I can see it.
Just pull this jar out.
Oh.
Big old jar of mysterious liquid. Yeah.
Anime eyes. Twinkling anime eyes. Oh, yes.
It's like a. It's hard to tell the color because it's like a cloudy green glass. It's like not like really high quality clear crystal glass or anything. It's like that. It got bubbles in it and stuff. The glass, not the liquid.
Cool. I will magically tinker it to have 5-foot radius light emanate from the inside of it.
Okay. So it glows.
Any difference?
Not really, no. I mean, like you can see, like the glass is like a dark green, so like it illuminates from the inside, so it's just like leaves an eerie green glow for your campsite.
Very cool. Is it like a pop lid, screw lid?
It's kind of like it's like a big glass like stopper lid. It's got like
cool.
Yeah, you can pull out.
I'm gonna sniff it.
Yeah, you can pretty much immediately identify this, Hannibal. You are
embalming fluid.
Yeah, this is just embalming fluid.
It's embalming fluid.
Is Hannibal
embalming fluid? You store organs in it. You can well, not really. That's formaldehyde. Or same thing. You put this in bodies to keep them fresh and from rotting. Kind of like. Would Hannibal know that it might be used to also make mummies? I don't think they use embalming fluid with mummies.
No, I think they must. Well, I think there was an embalming process that like dried out the body.
D&D mummies. Yeah, just kind of used to help bury the dead, kind of thing.
That makes a lot of sense, actually.
Yeah, it does. It totally makes a lot of sense. And I'm gonna screw it back close.
Mm-hmm.
This is just going in my bag of holding for no reason whatsoever, unless you want it.
Oh no, I only grabbed it for you.
All right, I'm gonna
you like mysterious liquids.
Yeah, I'm gonna end the light on it, and I don't think this thing will survive a journey sloshing around in this thing because it might, the lid might come out. How tight was that stopper?
It was pretty tight. Also, if you put it in the bag of holding, like movement doesn't affect anything.
Bag of holding.
Okay, so you add a gallon of embalming fluid.
So what did you find? So it's just what else was in the hell?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of dead bodies potentially. I didn't actually check, but they looked like dead bodies.
Like murdered bodies, or just like
grave sites? They're all like wrapped up and stuff.
Yeah, it could be like a catacomb or like a grave site. Yeah.
There was this symbol that maybe I don't know. You might know it. It was like a spinning wheel, 3-thread. She'll trace it in the dirt.
Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure Ilvum is trained in religion, right?
He is indeed. They are indeed.
Is Hannibal?
No.
Okay, so then Ilvum, you'd be the only one that would recognize it. Yeah, that is the holy symbol of the goddess Istis, goddess of fate.
Yeah, this is a symbol.
Cool.
One of the more popular gods on this side. One of the more popular gods in this continent, outside of areas that worship the silver flame.
Evil, perhaps?
No. Neutral, I believe. Yep, completely neutral. Goddess of fate. Just all about, things are as they are.
Thank you, Ilvum.
No problem.
So, not mummies.
Probably not, no.
Yeah, the wrapping also, it wasn't mummy wrapped, it wasn't wrapped around each limb. It was cocooned more like.
God of War, original very first scene with the mother.
Don't know what that means.
I think so. Yeah.
Oh my god.
But yeah, I know what you mean.
I don't. I've never played God of War.
I've only played the one on PS4, the one she's talking about.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Okay, so yeah, just probably like a mass grave site. Why'd you break into a grave site?
I don't know what it was. I didn't know it was a gravesite until I was like maybe 2 rooms in.
You shouldn't disturb the dead. The dead should stay dead.
Wait, did you
I didn't-
steal the jar before or after you realized it was a gravesite?
After?
Well-
Oh,
That's bad karma.
yeah.
Well, I'm just stacking
keeping-
up the bad karma, aren't
I
I?
am keeping the fluid though. Just in
Yeah,
case.
well, I mean,
I don't even know why I
I'm
was
not
in there. I can't
volunteering to
just
take it back.
Oh, fuck it. I have to do something good, right? For once. I'll be
But you
right.
don't have to bring it back.
I'll
You
be
don't have to
right.
take it back.
I'll be right back. And I'm gonna
There
go.
was no one there.
I don't. The dead should stay dead, and it feels wrong to steal from that sort of place. And Hannibal's gonna walk back to where Drusilla came from.
Okay. Yeah, you see like the torch-lit path and leading up to the wooden and metal door that leads inside.
Mhm. There's a reason Hannibal doesn't like religion, because they tend to bring people back with resurrection stuff. On the door.
All right. You knock. It takes a minute, like repeated knocking, but eventually you hear like, "Oh yes, yes, I'm coming, I'm coming. Just 1 second, just 1 second," and then footsteps kind of coming, like slapping barefoot footsteps coming from inside.
Mm-hmm.
And the door opens. You can see like a very, very old woman with like a very wrinkled face, but like long white hair that's gone white from age. That's just kind of like loose down her back, wearing what looks basically like a nightgown. Oh yes, can I help you?
It's nice to meet you. You look very wise. So in
Thank
turn,
you.
I hope you are kind. Someone I am traveling with may have broken into your place of, well, whatever this is. It looks sacred. It looks like a final resting place for individuals. Pull out the embalming fluid. They took this thinking it was some sort of dangerous chemical, I assume. And I have beliefs and some sort of morals that I don't think you should steal from places like this. So I'm just here to return your embalming fluid.
Well, I appreciate that. She takes it and like sets it down inside the door. Are you leaving now, or will you be in town for some time?
I think we'll be in town for just a little bit.
Why don't you come by in the morning and we can talk about this?
Of course. What's your name?
Oh. My name is Lady
Lady?
yes. Hang on. My name is Lady Hanali.
Lady Hanali.
Yes.
Okay. It's nice to meet you. My name is Hannibal.
Very nice to meet you, Hannibal.
It's very nice to meet you as well. Can I just ask, how did the people come to die here that are in this building? If you don't, if that's not a rude question, I'm just more curious than anything.
Oh, it depends. It depends on the person.
None of them were like murdered or sacrificed, right?
Well, I can't say I know the cause of death of everyone. I can't say I know the cause of death of everyone that's in here. This has been the burial ground for hundreds of years.
Well, I'm sorry one of my traveling companions desecrated it by stealing from it.
Well, I don't think it's as serious as all that. Just come by in the morning and we can talk.
You don't happen to ever bring these people back from the dead, do you?
No, I don't. That's not something I'm capable of, dear.
Good. I think it's wrong, but thank you.
All right, have a good night.
You as well. Again, sorry for the trouble.
She hoists up the jar and closes the door.
And I'll return.
Okay. And as you go back to camp, that's where we're gonna end it for the week. With Drusilla having just robbed a graveyard, basically.
I didn't rob a graveyard. I robbed the storage room.
It's true. You robbed a mortician.
That's not as bad as desecrating a gravesite.
Very true. Very true. All right, everybody. Thank you for joining us and watching us as we play this week.
Yes.
Thank you, players, for playing with us and having a great time. And I'll see you all again next week for more.
No.
Nope.
Not next
No.
week.
Oh, that's
will
right.
not.
Not next week.
Yeah.
Not next week.
I'll be out of town Sunday, so we'll be running part 2 of War of the Stone.
Yeah, so you'll see us, but we won't.
Stone.
You'll see us, but we won't see you. So come
Correct.
back. Still come back next week. There
Please
will be
do.
something to watch.
Please
We
do.
just won't be here in person. Maybe we will. Maybe we'll be watching. I don't know. We'll see.
I don't know. I'll be swimming at the college. Anyways,
Nice.
also, that also means no Descent into Avernus next week either. But we will have Descent into Avernus tonight at 10:30 Eastern time.
Come watch us get murdered
Yeah.
by a Noel Marilyn.
Yes. I'm so
Man.
excited. And also, Demystifying DMing.
Yeah. Go listen to that.
New episode, Know Thy Magic.
Yes.
But yes, I think that's everything, so.
Yep. Farewell, folks.
Bye-bye.
Bye.